Mute this one.
Okay, we're live, and I just woke up from a nap. I had a 20-minute nap. My wife says, "Don't you have a live chat tonight?" She wakes me up on the couch, and I'm like, "Son of a bitch, I got 5 minutes." So, okay, Uncle John is here. Okay, so we have Uncle John here, and how you doing, Uncle John? I don't know why. Okay, Uncle John can only reply on the live chats. He cannot reply to my videos.
I have no clue.
YouTube. Yeah, YouTube weird stuff. But it's kind of weird that he can reply on the live chat. Just Jeff is here.
And Vanessa has the problem the other way.
Yeah, Vanessa has a hard time. She has to join or put a different name in or something. I don't know. I'm still trying to button up my shirt, people. 20-minute nap. Wife goes, "Are you doing a live tonight?" And I was like, oh, geez. I got no smokes. I asked my son just now, "Can you roll me up a few smokes for live chat?" And he's like, "Yeah, as soon as I'm done eating." So that's good. We'll get that done. Andy's here. So how you doing? Oh, Just Jeff is here, and Uncle John is here. So
yeah, I'm just a little soggy, but no problems.
Soggy.
Yeah, New York got killed. Did you see the videos out on New York City?
I saw the flooding.
Yeah, I mean, I live east in Long Island, like middle of Long Island, maybe 18 miles east of, let's say, Huntington, if that's like the middle of Long Island. And we got rain, but it never came down. It never came down for us. So.
Okay, I saw a video on that, and that is how my last trip to Las Vegas was. We're walking along on the sidewalk, and all of a sudden it just started coming down. And luckily, someone was selling umbrellas on the side of the street. So we grabbed one of those, and it went over the sidewalk. It's up to our knees. This is Las Vegas summertime, and the streets couldn't handle it. So it would just kept going up to the street fronts. And that was my last trip to Las Vegas. Robert Powell said, "Hey, he might come on the live chat. That's awesome."
Good deal.
Tacos and French fries is here. Jag One is here.
So was that.
Jag One is here. Garage Guy is here, and we got Preacher in the side here. Thorzax is here. Okay, let's get Preacher on here. Speaking of floods and biblical, the Preacher is here. Yeah, baby. Let's go Strickland, huh? Huh? Man dance. Yeah, man dance.
Didn't just beat him, but beat him down.
That was the best thing I've ever seen. 6-shooter Texans here. All right, so Andy, you didn't get flooded out. That's good.
I mean, we had plenty of rain. They say we got like 3 inches out here over, 24 hours. So it wasn't actually more than 24 hours, but it wasn't. I got nothing here.
Now, you're not going to like my reply to the video I saw where New York was flooding, but I said something to the effect of, "It's going to clean out the chap or whatever."
Well, it's the truth.
Yeah, it washed away all the rats and everything. Yeah. Minnie is here. Hey, Minnie. Oh, yeah. All right. Good to see you, Preacher. And good to see you, Dr. Zink. This man, I just woke up just now. Oh, and it's good to see you guys in the side chat. Oh, someone's texting me. Gosh darn it. Oh. All right. Anyway, a quick one for Preacher. We both wanted Strickland. No one gave him a chance in hell, and he dominated.
Yeah, I didn't give him a chance. It almost made me wonder if Izzy was injured or something, because he just got his butt handed to him. I mean, he could not get him
No,
He stood in front of him and punched him all night.
they're trying to make excuses, but he fought the perfect fight. Anyway, people don't know what we're talking about, but everything after that is hilarious. You know. Now I want Colby. I want Colby to win. You get those two guys with belts on, it's crazy out there. Yeah. All right, we'll get off of the UFC stuff. We both of us like UFC martial arts. Yeah.
A New Jersey news program was talking about the weather and showing the pictures and whatnot, and they said this is all because of climate change. Can you believe that? El Nino or whatever it's called shifted and it's causing this. That's all.
Yeah, the problem is, and I saved a video I was going to post. I keep it for the liberal trolls, but there's a video with the scientists saying, "Hey, people, we're digging up stuff from the back in the Roman times. Climate change has always happened on this earth." And now we're going through a little bit of something. This is their agenda, okay? They want you to buy electric cars, all right? Which batteries are the worst thing ever when you make them and take them out of the earth to get and then dispose of.
Disposed? There is no disposal. That stuff doesn't disintegrate into the ground anywhere.
That is the problem. So they're pushing electric cars. So now we have to have climate change. So you'd buy electric car. And that's all it's all about. Tactical FUD is here. Georgia Boy is here. Georgia Boy just replied to my last video, which I did on a whim before I took my nap. And it was so good to see Georgia Boy again. Preacher, yes, you guys met.
I watched the video about putting super glue on the universal decap and die.
And I'm not a super glue guy. I'm not a JB Weld guy, but it works. It worked. You would not believe how many people thanked me for that. They're frustrated. They were frustrated. They go on YouTube and they saw this is like one of my earliest videos a long time ago that's forever gone. I had so many comments on that, and they're like, "Thank you, it worked. It worked. I'm so happy." I got so many comments on that.
Yeah.
But I did that one on a whim right before I took my nap. It's funny how things work, but I'm not a super glue guy. I'm not a JB Weld guy, but it actually worked.
Oh yeah, that'll work. I had the problem with mine. Once it got loose, I never could get it back tight again. So yeah. I really put some torque on it, and then I hit a boxer primer and broke it. So I bought like a 12 pack of replacement pins, and that pretty much fixed my problem.
Yeah, I bought that brand pin. I forget the name of it, and I put that in, adjusted the height, that it worked with everything. I ground down or filed down the pin that was sticking out of the top, and I went with my tack welder, and that pin's been in there for 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, we can weld around here, but I didn't want to do that.
Yeah, but it's just and it's like all I need to do is take a file and file it off, and the pin comes out.
Well, the thing is that they are genius. That pin is made to move when you don't have a primer hole there, and you got the wrong brass in there. That's why they designed it. It's like my tractor when I'm plowing.
Yeah.
If I hit a rock, that bolt's going to go before the whole machine blows up, and that's what it's there for.
Yeah.
West Covina Dodge is here. Who did I miss? Anyway, it's there for a reason. The thing is, it is a pain in the butt, and people crank them over tight, and then it's gone. It's worthless. It doesn't have any grab anymore.
Yeah.
One drop, clean it on the pin, put it on there. Let it sit until it dries. Man, I've never had that come off, and I do a ton of military brass now.
Well, the other problem is some people just go too fast and too hard. Yeah. Okay, I've only bent one pin. Yeah. And that's because I went too hard. And
yeah, I have one pin that looks like an Uncle Jim, Jay. But that was because there was no primer hole there.
Yeah, that's how mine happened.
And you know, a lot of people are saying buy the Squirrel Daddy. Lee will send you free ones for free shipping with other parts.
But I took
I've
my
never,
and made a point on it.
I've
So
never had the need.
coming down too hard, it punches through it anyway.
Yeah, I've never had the need to buy a Squirrel Daddy. They are designed just right. If it bends, there's something wrong.
Oh, of
And
course.
put another one in there. Yeah.
But you got to learn the feel of the machine too. It's like anything else. I mean,
Mhm.
you know, it's like any tool. You have to learn the thing
Yeah.
about the tool. You can feel, oh, no, that's too hard, and you stop.
Yep. I have one Lee pin that looks like a J, and that's because there was nothing there to poke through. And I learned my lesson there, and then did the super glue thing. Never had a problem ever again. I need to go through like 1,000 brass next time with that universal, and I'm going to use that same pin, and it's going to be fine. Like you say, if when you're bringing it down, you know, there's a point to stop.
Well, most people just go chunk. They, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes. Well, now I use the AEP, you know, for decapping.
Yeah, that's all I do.
And you can still feel it. If something's wrong, just stop. One guy is here. Who did I miss? Tactical FUD. Anyway, let me throw down another link here. I just did that video out of a whim because, man, one of my biggest videos was the super glue video. But that was so many years ago. That's when I first started doing videos.
Yeah,
And it's gone. It's gone. I think Pat saved it on something. He found my old archive somewhere. I don't know. I'd like to post it.
again, it's a tool. It's like, you know, using a wrench for a hammer. That doesn't, you know.
Yeah, you can break a screwdriver. You can break anything. Yeah.
You're using it the wrong way. You know.
Speaking of breaking things, Pat is here. Hey, Pat.
Yeah, I had to come on. I've only got the phone, and I'll be on and off tonight because this is it for chat. But Jim, if you get two like 12-inch crescent wrenches and really crank down on that pin, it's not going to move. You know, I don't care how bad the little the collet is. If you just really put your weight into it, it'll hold.
Well, in the video, it shows an old one I had, and that thing is shot because of doing that. Yeah.
All right. Now the next thing is those. Okay, I was decapping a bunch of 30-06 surplus, crimped in and corroded, and I've got 4 bent pins, and that's how we met, Jim. You know what? The really worst thing was is you can get that sucker to push a good half-inch out of the case, and the lip of that primer is still holding on. It looks like, you know, a giant fucking, hemorrhoid coming out of the bottom of the case.
You know, if you know you've got some tough brass to deprime, if you take a little torch and just heat that bottom up a little bit, to pop them out too.
Okay. 6-Shooter Texan did do a good video on, man, you have that exact threading and everything and locking it if you have extra RCBSs. And RCBS will send you a whole bag of pins. Ask me how I know, because they break. And there's another way to go. So 6-Shooter Texan, I liked your video on how that was a nice, easy thing. But for people that don't have the parts and they're frustrated, a little dab of super glue and some acetone, boom, bang, pow. But I do like your mod, 6-Shooter Texan. All right, it's hopping tonight. Okay, last chat we had like 3 people on, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do Halloween and Christmas. As far as chats go, I was just going to say, screw it. I'm just doing Halloween and Christmas. But you guys are still here, so we're still going to go live on Saturday night.
Yeah, Jim. I thought everybody knew that trick. I mean, I was told that like 30 plus years ago in Fox's gun shop because I had the same problem. In fact, I reefed down on it so much that the whole nut and everything just broke right off. So I took it into Fox's and I said, "Hey, you wouldn't have a spare one of these around?" And he goes, "Oh, that?" He says, "You know how to fix that, don't you?" And I go, "What's that?" He says, "You clean it off real good with some alcohol and dry it off real good, and you put a little drop of super glue on there, and then you tighten it up, but don't over tighten it." Boom, bang, pow. And you know what? I did that with both of my decappers. Never had a problem with them, ever.
I saw your reply and I'm like, hey, wait a minute. I never heard of that before. I had to come up with it and never saw it on YouTube. And so there you go. Some guy
Okay.
at gun shop.
James, you think outside the box.
Some guy,
Some
guy in a gun shop knew what he was talking about. He's been there, done that. Floyd Hicks is here. Andre D'Angelo is here. And it's good to hear that some old guy had the super glue trick. Again, I'm not a super glue guy. I don't trust that stuff. Or JB Weld, none of that, but it worked. I think it was around Christmas time or something. And I was frustrated. I was done. I was done. And then I just put a drop there and it worked.
Yep.
And then I finished off. I had these in the video. I got bins of 223 sitting there right there while I'm doing it. And I'm talking about which ones are tougher than the other, which brand of brass and everything. Yeah. Fuzzy is here. Floyd Hicks. Did I miss anyone? Andre D'Angelo. Okay. Anyway, this is fun. I'm glad I woke up.
Gunsmithing and reloading from Uncle Jim. You're a legend, Jim. You're a legend. You're a guru now. You show us the inner light.
I'm a goofball. I'm not a reloading guy, people. I'm officially a goofball. No one pays any attention to me.
I do. I do, because you might slip one by me that was funny. I'm always paying attention to what you got up your sleeve.
I'm not a professional reloader or anything. I'm just a goofball. So pay no attention. But there is sleeves and there's things up the sleeves. There's things up the sleeves, people. Hey, this is fun. I'm glad people came on. Man, I just put this up, 5 minutes before we started?
Not even 5 minutes.
Yeah, I just posted
You were
this.
asleep, and I just came in, turned on, and it said a minute, 40 seconds to go.
Yeah,
and
I threw it.
At about 40 seconds to go.
Yeah, the wife wakes me up. I throw a shirt on, and I'm like, oh, crap, let's go. It's showtime. Yeah. And I'm glad people are here in the side chat. I love the drama, though, on reloading stuff. You have drama and everyone starts doing videos. I dig that a lot because you learn so much off all the broke loaders here. You learn so much when everyone starts fussing with drama. I love it. I love drama. I live for drama. Give me drama. I love mistakes. I love screw ups. People, you need to do more screw up videos. I embrace the cluster. I embrace the cluster.
That's my videos aren't edited, so I mean, I edit the starting point and the exit point, but nothing in between.
I love the cluster, people. I love mistakes. How do you learn? Okay. All right. How do you really learn? You learn from pain. All right. Ow, you broke your finger, whatever. You learned. Okay. That's the best way to learn. You get burnt or you burn your finger or break something. Yes, that's how you learn. That's how you remember. That's how you remember to learn. Yeah.
Buzz Talk put up a Democrat pull a fire alarm before the death vote. And so did he get fined for pulling that fire alarm? It's against the law to do that. Unless there's a fire.
Yeah, I saw something about that. What was that about?
They basically the Republicans were, I think, going to knock it down and not give them the vote. And some Democrat pulled the fire alarm to empty the building, so they couldn't do anything.
Well, that's in keeping with the character of a Democrat, so I'm not shocked by it.
Well, I must have been a Democrat in 7th grade once, but that's all I'm saying.
We all start out as Democrats, and then we have our own children and become conservatives.
Yeah, I'll admit to pulling a fire alarm once.
I think the problem within, our government level is actually the problem with our society, and our society, the people that keeps voting these people in. So we keep getting these politicians to do this stuff because they're voted in by people that are garbage. And that's why. And, a problem is in our country. It's with our people, not with our government. It's with our people, the people of this country, and what they subscribe to. You know what I mean? And so, people say, well, we need to change the government. Well, no, we need to change as a society is what we need. That's my opinion.
The people are not getting out there and voting. The Democrat side, whether they're stuffing boxes or getting out there, the Republicans aren't getting out there in the numbers. We just had that here with the governor bullshit last year when they Hochul, whatever her name is, Hochul, got voted in. I mean, he lost only by like 2%. That's nothing. The guy that we wanted in, and it's the Republican voters just didn't get out there.
Well, I'm going off of what I've read, and I know I don't want to use any biblical, background and all that, but you read about all the kings and how they went in there and they were just going to be, 100% for God, and they were going to have their whole country 100% for God, and little by little, they started slipping, and the next thing you know, there was a strip club, and then they started okaying the whorehouse, and then they started okaying the bars, and free marriage and all this stuff, and their country crumbled. And that's exactly what's happening in our country. True, Harold? Is that true?
Power corrupts. A lot of times people they're not bad people, but then they get power, they get money, they're tempted beyond what they're used to, and they crumble to bribes and government strong arms. That's exactly what happens. I mean, you look at all the people that are running the government. They're people that have been there for years. I mean, years as senators and congressmen, and they're corrupt. I mean, they're all getting payoffs. They're all multi-millionaires. You go into politics, you're somewhat wealthy. You come out after 20 years, you're a multi-millionaire.
You're richer than snot, yes. And somebody passed away recently, and my son was celebrating. I'm like, don't celebrate, don't do that. But if you guys know what happened, someone recently bit the big one.
Who was it?
Come on now.
It just happened 2 days ago. Come on.
Yeah, come on, people.
I don't watch the news, and I just got off all forms. I got off all forms of social media. I know nothing.
Okay, I'll give you a hint. Ding dong, the witch is dead. The week.
Real fine person.
There you go. There's a hint. Fine.
Oh, Feinstein?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You didn't hear that? God.
Guys, you got to keep up. Jeez, guys.
God,
It's not an election. What am I going to do? Until it's time to vote, what am I going to do? And when it comes election time, I'll make an educated decision. Till then, I'm not letting the 24-hour news cycle tell me what to get mad about.
Nothing to get mad about, but just the fact.
Well, preacher, that's a good philosophy because that will cause ulcers. Yes. That's a good philosophy. Wow.
I mean, the biggest issue is having these people in office for that kind of time. I mean, give me a break. 4 years, 6 years tops. Give me a break. That's it.
Yeah. Term limits.
Yep. Well, they're not going to vote him in. That's for sure.
Oh, hell no. No.
No. All right. Thanks,
Man.
son.
In other news, my son just found a 1981 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am.
Oh, cool.
How
An
about you, Bandit? You got your ears on? It's
81. Okay. What color is it?
black with the gold Firebird across
There
the
you go.
front on the
Yeah.
hood.
Is it,
Yeah,
is
the
it
black
restored?
and gold bird. Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it restored or is it, fair shape?
It's like fully restored. He ain't got the
Oh.
money for that.
That's a good, nice. I had an 80 and mine had the T-tops and I guess where the back window pillar, the window pillar is on behind the side door where it meets the frame. I was restoring that car. I bought a lot of stuff for it. I brought it in, got it painted. They didn't notice anything. And they were doing some construction on one of the major highways and they had new pavement down and then going to the old pavement, they didn't make like a smooth transfer. It was like a 2-inch drop. And I went over that and cracked the frame.
Wow.
It's like, are you kidding me?
I saw Burt Reynolds ramp a bridge. His was fine.
Yeah, well, that's because it was slightly reinforced.
Yeah, that movie made those so popular.
Oh man.
That's how my Camaro came to be because I was restoring the 80 Trans Am. And I had a brand new motor. I was starting to build up and get all the parts for and everything to go in it. It was still a drivable car. I was just getting things done. Got a whole brand new interior to put in, everything. And that happened. I was beside myself. It was about 3 weeks later. Me and my friend were looking through the newspapers, constantly looking for another Trans Am because I have all the parts. And he says, he's reading this ad and he says, you think maybe a 79 Camaro might do the job? I says, well, it depends. And he starts reading me the ad. This is a full-blown race car with no motor and transmission. Okay, it was certified with roll cage and stuff to 8 seconds. And the guy was asking nothing for it. I mean, serious. The rear end in the car cost, if you had to buy it and put it in, would cost more than I paid for the car. And I just lucked out when I bought that car. I had to do everything, whole new drivetrain, but I got to be able to do everything the way I wanted it when we were putting it back together. And it was a 79 Camaro with only 35,000 miles on it. His father owned the car, and he took it off from his father when his father couldn't drive anymore. He took over the car, and this is a body off roll cage installation. And and the car is not like all tin inside and stuff like that. It's a full frame, full body car. It's just been lightened where you can lighten it. It was 3,800 pound car up to the 2,980 on the scales. So it's, 800 pounds off the car. And we just built it back up from there. The guy used to run. Actually, it was certified to 790s, and that's what the guy used to run, 790s in that car. And so I lucked out. It put a lot of money into it. It still cost me about 18 grand to put it together, but 40 grand of the work that I would have had to do was already done in the car. Putting the roll cage in and all that stuff's a lot of money. So, it had 4-wheel disc brakes on it. if anybody knows the prices of stuff, it's $2,500 to $3,000 an axle for that. All right. So it's, I got, an easy $50,000 worth of car for $4,500
All right.
with the original paint,
Wow.
and it was not dented or any rust anywhere. And it's like, with the original hood and everything. It wasn't chopped up in any way. So other than the roll cage, of course, but
Yeah.
That became my car instead of the Trans Am. I was looking for a Trans Am. I found stuff in worse condition than mine. I couldn't believe it. What people were asking for.
Yeah. Well, the Trans Am had tall gears, so they were like more freeway. They're not like
Yeah.
off the line. And they had really tall gears for, freeway. But Vanessa Kitty's here. Jag mentioned that Knight Rider killed the Firebird or the Trans Am. Yeah. Well, that was the last one. Yeah.
I sat in Kit when we went to Universal Studios as a kid. I was like 8 or 9. I sat down in the car and it knew my name. It knew my little brother's name. I'm like, when did mom and dad give them our names? I mean, how did this thing know? The little red thing would move when he would talk to us. You could ask him questions, and he was like, man, this was worth the price of admission right here.
There's actually, one of those body style Trans Ams that was super fast. I think it was a year or two before that they really had it hopped up, and it was done right. Let's see. Vanessa Kitty's here. Fuzzy, he's old school. He mentioned Herbie, the VW.
Yeah.
Talk about slow. Yeah.
Herbie goes bananas.
But I remember that, Fuzz. I watched Herbie, and I had the car and everything.
But that VW had racing stripes, Uncle Jim, so that automatically made it 5 miles faster having the 2 stripes.
Yeah. You gotta have the speed stripes, yeah. But yeah, I used to collect Hot Wheels and everything. I don't think I had a Herbie. I don't know if Hot Wheels ever made a Herbie, but I collected them back in the day when I was a kid.
In my neck of the woods, there was only one car every little boy wanted. It was the General Lee, and it played Dixie when you push the horn.
Oh, yeah.
I got to crawl in the window.
68 or 69 Charger, right?
69 Charger, yeah.
Yeah. So 68 has the bubble lights in the back. I preferred the straight line rear tail lights, 69. My friend had one of those. And one time we were at a job site, and the people that own the property said, hey, no more burnouts. All right. Because we'd go to lunch and he would lay down this burnout for a quarter mile. And they're like, hey, we got to keep it down around here. Okay. You guys can't be doing burnouts at the job site. I love that car. Loved it. Absolutely love that car.
Miss Kitty said she saw it at the mall in Shreveport in 82. That's awesome.
You people in the side are funnier than hell.
There was a guy in our town. He had a restored General Lee, and he'd ride it in the parade every year. He'd park at the end of the parade and let all the kids climb in and out of the windows like the Duke boys would. That was big time for me.
Yeah. And we have a confession from Georgia Boy early up here. Let me get back on the camera. Georgia Boy admitted to pulling the fire alarm. So I'm with you, Georgia Boy. I got in trouble for that. I got more than 3 days for that one. Now they put dye in them, so you get sprayed with dye or whatever. Yeah.
I had a friend of mine in high school, a guy named Henry Miller, and he was really into big Volkswagens. And he had a 68 or 69 Bug. And he had dual Hollies on it and the whole bit. I mean, the guy washed dishes and every single dime went into that car. Anyway, we're out on the South Kingston Road. We're driving along and I look over at Henry and Henry kind of looks at me. He says, I wonder if you take the key out of the ignition, if that makes the steering wheel lock. And he pulls the key out and we're going through these S-turns and we're cruising along about 50 miles an hour and that steering wheel locked up and he couldn't get it. They were sitting there trying to get the key back in. It was like a game show, man. I'll tell you what, we did it right at the nick of time too. We were going over onto the shoulder of the road and everything, heading for the ditch. Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to pull the key out. It'll lock the steering wheel. The key will come out on those. Yeah.
We used to turn the engine off and coast downhill to save gas. And Same
Yeah.
thing happened to us. We had 4 people in a Nissan pickup. It was pretty packed, and somebody turned the key too far, and you couldn't get the steering wheel unlocked, and we went off in the ditch and almost hit a barbed wire fence, and then we came back out of the ditch, and that was worse than going in because we almost hit a car going in the ditch, and we almost hit a car coming out of the ditch. And I was like, just running out of gas. I'll walk before I die.
Okay, we got Robert Powell here. How you doing, Robert?
Good. How you guys doing?
Hey, your sound is perfect. No echo. That's awesome.
Fantastic. Hey, Thor, did you have a nice afternoon today?
Yeah, it was okay. It was all right.
We had a nice sunshiny day down here south of Olympia all afternoon.
Yeah, it's been really crappy for the last few days, and now it's kind of, we're getting kind of like that little sunshine break that we get through October, but it's just going to get crappy again, then sunshine break, and then the next thing you know, it's going to be crappy until July. Yeah. So you live down by Olympia, huh?
Yeah, I live south of Olympia, a little town called Tenino.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Jim probably knows where that's at. He was up north for quite a while.
Yeah, no, I know where that's at. Yeah, I've been all down the coast. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the exciting town of Paulsbo. You know where that's at.
Jim, I loved watching your cat stalking them turkeys.
They know better. I'm surprised they haven't been attacked because those things have claws and that would tear up a cat. But for some reason, they get along. They can walk around each other. They don't care. Yeah. So I'm glad about that.
That's good.
And the cats are too big. So.
I like the first part of that video where you're throwing the knife. That when you're turning around and it was bouncing off the target, and you turn around and you're like, dude, you got to have fun, and you were out there having fun with that. And I thought that was great. Yeah.
I had my phone in the pocket. I'm trying to water the trees that are almost dead because of the deer. Yeah. And I was like, I haven't thrown a knife forever. So I went in, got the knife and tried it. But it kept bouncing off. I don't know. It's just rock hard right now. I should have watered that stump down and soften it up a little bit. Anyway, that's fun. Yeah, it was tough after a while. I haven't thrown for a long time, so that was tough.
David Gooding has a question here about buying wood grips for K-frame Smith & Wesson, and they have changed to some CNC machining company that makes grips for them. So to get the old Target grips and that sort of thing, that the best thing you could do is either go on eBay or try Gun Trader or whatever, to try original stocks if that's what you want.
Yeah. Good to see you here, David. The good news is a lot of people I have a neighbor that has CNC wood carving machines, just like a 3D printer kind of thing. It goes along and makes what you want. A lot of people have that now. Back in the day, you only had a couple choices. Tyler T on a skinny grip. You know what a Tyler T insert is? That was a really good feeling thing. And then your Target grips. Now, there's so many people that have these machines. You can find them on eBay. They might cost you a little bit. But Rugers were the toughest. Smith is easier. Rugers are really tough. But they're out there now. And I have a neighbor. He can make anything. He can CAD. And I should go down there and have him make me some stocks and stuff.
Georgia Boy brought up that he can't hear me. Can people hear me out there?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you, Thor.
Oh, he can hear me now. Okay.
But David, if you can find a pair of like Target grips and with the diamonds on them, you got to have the diamond. The old school. Yeah. That would be awesome.
You are right about Rugers. I remember back in the day, you get a Speed 6 or a Security 6, and it would come with those funky grips, and a lot of people would want to go out and get Packmeyers or something for them, and you put them on there and they look just awful. They were great, everything like that.
Security 6 was so tough, but then I forget the name of the company, a surplus company. Someone made a bunch of grips for them. It was the best feeling grip ever because I had a couple snub Security 6s, and I was like, wow, why didn't they make them like this in the first place? What CDNN? What is that company that had the surplus crap all the time?
Yeah, CDNN.
Yeah, and they were selling them cheap. So I bought a pair and I was like, damn, that's the best feeling Security 6 grip, because they're skinny and everything. And these were like a target grip, but it didn't affect the looks of the gun. It made it look nice, but you got your hand on it, Hobbies and Hobos here. How you doing, buddy?
Our friend from Canada.
Yep.
He's actually not really from Canada. He's kind of like a really far north, Western Washington guy.
Well, he's Vancouver.
He doesn't know he's living in another country.
Yeah, he's Vancouver. I've been there. He's right on the border, kind of thing.
It's funny as you go up there, and that's exactly the way they feel about it too. You go up there, and everybody says, "Oh, you're from Washington?" So it's one of those things where they just consider themselves not even part of Canada up there in that island thing. It's just their politics. It's their government that makes them live that way. Yeah.
Now, Robert Powell, I got to tell you, I enjoy your replies to my videos. So I just want to say that because you're there all the time and you reply, and I enjoy your replies. So I want to say that. And I'm glad you came on here. So.
Oh, I love your videos, especially the funny ones. I get a kick out of those.
Those are the ones I like, but it's a little too much for some people, okay? But I would do that all day instead of other stuff, yeah.
They just don't understand Uncle Jim.
No, but that's what makes me happy, okay? People.
And I was hoping you wouldn't take offense that time I told you I figured you weren't street legal,
No, I don't. No, I don't take offense.
We're all pretty crazy.
Yeah, people can say whatever they want. Yeah, I don't take offense. I get it. Some people are like, "What the hell am I watching?" People that watch, my videos for gun stuff, and they're like, "What the heck is this?" Some lady in a wig and makeup singing.
We had to explain it to you, you still wouldn't get it. Yeah, we could explain it to you for an hour. If you don't get it by now, you're never going to get it.
You're not going to get it.
Just don't come on the live chat on Halloween.
Yeah. But I'm glad they hang in there anyway. Just put up with it. I need to do it at least once a month or I'm going to go crazy.
So Harold, what have you been up to? Tell us a little bit about you, guy. What's going on with you? I mean, you out there spread the good word, I know, but
been traveling around preaching a lot. I've got one more week of being South Georgia preaching here in a couple weeks. And then when I haven't been doing that, I've been trying to put in some food plots around my house to deer hunt. And anyways, drunks seem to understand Uncle Jim's videos. So I got a tractor. About the time I quit making YouTube videos, I bought a Kubota tractor, and I've been buying implements for it as I get money. So I got a little plow and I got a tiller, and so I've been doing a lot of brush hogging, and I've been tilling up food plots, trying to keep the deer on my place so the neighbors don't kill them. That's the whole plan.
Oh yeah, preacher, I'd love to have a brush hog right now because my yard looks crazy. And I've been, ever since you started doing garden videos like 6 or whatever years ago, I was thinking tiller tractor. It's going to make your life so much easier.
Yeah.
And it's easy now, isn't it?
Yeah. I still do my in-ground garden at my mother-in-law's house because we live in the woods. So it's kind of hard to grow in the ground here, but I I grew a lot of stuff down. I where I deer hunt at. I plowed up my food plots in the spring, and I planted tomatoes and squash and okra and cantaloupes, just like you would in a normal garden. And then it just became hard to run back and forth hauling water down there because there's no water, and so I'll probably do something different. I learned a lot about what not to do, but yeah, basically that's it. I've just been doing a lot of work around the house and been busy. I do a podcast every other week online, and I do a podcast every week. I do one at Patriot Pastors with another pastor. Then I do one at Backwoods Baptist. So that takes up a little bit of my week each week producing that.
Hey, there's nothing like owning a little tractor.
Yeah, they're great.
What would take
That's
you all
rare.
day, you could do in like 10 minutes. I mean, what it used to be able, like a big boulder or something, you wanted to push it over to the side or whatever.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you'd be out there with pry bars and skids and screwing around with it and whatever. And with a tractor, you just get in behind it and you can push it over there. It's just
I live on a farm, and when my father-in-law was living, we had, I think, 13 tractors at one time. I mean, he had a big operation. So I've always had equipment available to me, but when he passed away, my mother-in-law finally rented the farm out and started selling her equipment off. All I had was this big 105 horse tractor, and it was just giant, and it would do anything you wanted, but it was just hard to get around and do small stuff with.
right.
So I bought my own small tractor. She sold that great big one. So now instead of brush hogging with a 14-foot wide brush hog, I brush hog with a 5-foot brush hog. So, and it takes me a lot longer. I can't go as fast. I can't cut as much, but like you said, I'm able to do a lot of stuff.
Well, when you own property, you got to either have animals or you have to have the equipment to manage it.
Yeah.
That's it, period. Because that nature will just take it over.
Yeah.
And you're going to spend every weekend out there churning and burning and burning and churning. I did that for years. I had that place out in Indianola, and man, I'll tell you what, every weekend was burning another pile of slash wood and pulling this out and doing that and getting on the berry vines and all that other crap, man. It was, I never had any time to myself.
Yeah.
It's constantly working on it. So, having animals that are going to eat it or stomp it down or control it, or have a tractor where you can manage it is a must if you've got like a 5-acre place. Even bigger than that, it's,
I've got 80 acres with no animals on it. We've got more land than that, but there's 80 that doesn't have anything on it. I just hunt it, and that's where I spend most of my time. It's a lot of it's woods, but one of the things I did was I cut a road through there. So if I hear somebody down there, I can just hop on my side by side and I can drive straight through the woods and get there instead of driving around. Then I brush hog about 10 or 12 acres of that 80. And then I've cut some trails and some shooting lanes, and I've done a lot of work, which it's kind of my release to get out and burn some calories and, do things. But mainly I've had a lot of stuff going on in the ministry, so I haven't had as much time to do that kind of work. Right. And hopefully this fall things will kind of slow down and I'll have a little more time.
Well, you got to do some cooking videos. I missed that. I mean, your cooking videos are awesome. I've used some of your recipes and it's great.
Yeah.
You've got some good cooking videos.
You want to know what my plan is, Dave? I want to build a 20 by 40. I want to build a 20 by 40 covered shed with a roof over it and a concrete floor. Yeah. And then I want to build an end of it where I can just build a fire and cook over the coals. I want it up off the ground so I don't have to squat down and sure, I want it up, where when I put a rack on it, it's about waist high. And I would like to be able to cook over the coals, do Dutch oven cooking, do roasting, put a spit in there and turn things, cook it over open fire and wood. And if I ever get that put together, I'll have a roof over it. I'll go back to doing videos because I can just mount a camera there, hit record. It's so much easier. What I hate is walking around holding a camera, showing people what I'm doing, trying to keep the camera from getting broke. I mean, I've broken half a dozen cameras in the woods, running around. And if I ever get the shed built and I've got the money to do it, it's just, I just got to get it done. If I ever get that done, you'll see cooking videos is probably all I'll do.
Well, it's not just that too. You know, I mean, it could actually be an extension on your ministry for as far as the church. You know, you can have retreats.
Yeah.
I like no,
That'd be awesome.
I like preachers out in the field videos where he's walking around or hunting. I love his shooting pit videos, which he hasn't done forever. Shooting the garbage out there. Oh my gosh.
I've got a box over there that's, I don't know, like probably the size of 3 big shoe boxes. And it's just full of army men and Matchbox cars and stuff. And it says Range Toys on it.
Yes. Just set up a camera and go for it. Okay. Yeah. Preacher, broke loader. I actually have to dig up broke loader. I got to dig up the rotten potato soon and see if we get potatoes. That's for you. I'll be doing that in a week or two. I don't know when it's ready. Yeah, you're right. I would like to get goats on the property to eat the weeds, but my son hates sheep or goats. He hates them. So that's a no-go. And then I would like an attachment on the back of the tractor, but we got the damn backhoe on there, and where do I park that thing? You know, I would love to have what you got, where you can just trim all those weeds and crap. Yeah. But the backhoe takes up everything. I mean, I don't want to leave that outside.
Well, Jim, why don't you just detach it and get yourself a brush hog and
I don't know where to put it though. I'm not going to leave it outside. It'll just deteriorate, and that thing costs a lot of money.
Well, go to Harbor Freight and get a tarp. It's only going to be out there for so long. You can bring it back in the garage after you get done with it.
No, we'll get a shed, and then I'll get a brush hog. I need one so bad because my back is killing me after the golf swing. That's killing me.
Oh man.
Robert, do you have farm equipment, or do you have to deal with that at all?
No, I've got 5 acres, Jim, and I got a 35 horsepower Branson
Okay.
tractor.
Yeah, you're good. That's a good
I
tractor.
would have never cleared this place if I didn't have a tractor and a brush hog.
Yeah. All right. You know what's up. And those are good tractors too. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had it for about 15 years, and it's ran like a top.
All right.
But I'm like you. I've got a 24 by 36 shop, and then I built a 36 by 48. So I can keep all the equipment inside. Here in Washington, it goes to hell real quick if you don't have it inside.
Yeah. Yeah. Out here, it's kind of the sun will kill everything. Anything rubber hoses, anything. It's gone. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like the opposite of Washington, but same damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll fade the paint. If I left that tractor out, it'd be pink. It'd be a different color. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So, Robert, tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do? Do you hand load? Do you hunt? Do you?
I was a millwright for Crown Beverage for 43 years, so down there in Lacey,
Okay.
Washington.
Yeah.
And I've been reloading since I was 16, and I'm just turned 76.
Wow. 16.
And I
Nice.
built a gun room out in my tin building, about a 12 by 14, and I love being a millwright. I love tinkering with mechanical stuff. I got about 12 reloading presses, and
Oh wow.
Okay. Let's see. Idaho Rogers is here. He's driving right now. He's a truck driver. Hello, Idaho. Okay.
I've
Robert.
got a message for Idaho.
Okay.
He sent me a sweet care packet. He sent me some powder and some bullets, and he sent me these things called Grizzly Claws.
Yeah.
From Idaho, man, they were excellent. Anyways, and he sent me some raspberry jam, and so I've had some habanero peppers fermenting for about 2 months. Well, this weekend I got those out and made habanero sauce. So that was one of the things he's getting. So he's getting possum salt, chipotle powder, cayenne pepper powder, and the habanero sauce. And I got some other things I'm throwing in there, but that was kind of the hang up. And I got some 224 Valkyrie brass. I got him a package, but the peppers were kind of the holdup. So I've got that all processed and bottled, and I'll get that mailed out first part of next week.
All right,
You-
so
you know what
you're gonna clean Roger's pipes.
You know what I'm amazed is the attraction and the guys that are really into culinary stuff on these on gun channels. Well, but it's just here. I mean, like Harold is a great cook. You got
Ozark.
Yeah, Ozark, fantastic. stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing but the best. And these guys are willing to show you, no, you don't want to do that. You want to do this, or you don't want to add too much of this, or you want to add this at the end. And I mean, they give you all the little secrets. And I think that's great. Yeah. It's fantastic.
Yep.
Okay, I want to go back to Robert for a minute. Oh,
Tin
yeah.
Man.
You're still here. 10 minutes here. What was your first press, Robert?
It was a Herders, an old Herders seed press.
16 years old. What was your first press? A Herder?
A Herders, yep, a Herders seed press. Yep.
That's what I started on.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
And I'm kind of like you, Jim. I've got a 100-yard gun range out in the back, so it's kind of nice. I can reload and go out and test the rounds and all that stuff,
It makes it so much easier to load one or two and go out and say, oops, yeah.
But you're right about that Universal Lee decapper. If you get the feel for it, you're not going to have any problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do several thousand rounds of ammunition, and decapping and stuff. After a while, you kind of know, hey, that you can feel it, that's a Berdan Prime, or there's something really wrong with this. This should come out better than, come out easier than this.
I did get intrigued by that Mighty Armory decapper that's got that spring-loaded flicker in it. I got one of them, and I haven't used it a lot, but that thing works pretty nice.
Fellas, it's 8 o'clock. I got to get off here. I got some stuff I need to do this evening. So good to see all of you.
Yeah.
Take
Peace.
care.
Robert, I was good to hear from you, Robert. It's good to meet you tonight.
Good to hear from you, too.
I'll
And
see you guys on the next one, maybe.
hey, before you leave, preacher, don't leave yet. Our last time we talked, we have a new champion, and we were both thinking, hey, he's not going to do it, but he did it. So there you go. You're good luck, preacher. So you got to come on before Colby fights, okay, for the belt. All right. And we didn't even talk about the Bible raising in the octagon. We'll talk about that later.
Okay. I'll see you guys on the next one.
All
Take
right.
care,
take care.
Preacher.
All right. Bye-bye.
Good night, Harold.
All right. Have a good one. It's good to see Preacher on here. Hopefully Tin Man can come on tonight.
He comes on when I go off.
Well, yeah, he's got kids. He's a busy boy. He's been working overtime. I don't know if he can come on tonight, but
I think I just saw him pop up, Jim.
huh?
I think I just saw Tin Man pop up.
Yeah, he's in the side chat, but I don't
Oh,
know if he
okay.
can come on. Yeah, he's kind of busy for coming on live. He's got
You might be tag teaming with the wife about the kids. She's taking care of doing something, and he's trying to take care of doing something, and they're just passing that back and forth.
and he's been working overtime. So working overtime, having a family with kids, it's to do this stuff. MC is here.
The man of steel. I was there too. I know what that's all about. You got to be the man of steel.
When did you start reloading, Jim?
Hello, MC. Okay, what's that?
I said, when did you start reloading?
I couldn't give you an exact date. My uncle owned the Dillon 550 I have now. And so he would do the reloading, and we'd go out and shoot at the reservation, the Indian reservation. And I couldn't really put a date on it when I started loading myself. I bought a single stage, and then I bought that 550 off of him, and then I bought the 4-hole turret press. But I can't really give you an exact date. I wouldn't know the exact date. Not as long as you.
Well, I know it's habit forming, man. It's one of the the nicest hobbies I've got to do.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
dad he had a hand load when I was like 18 years when I was like 8 years old, and he worked in the shipyard, worked PSNS, and he was kind of king of the cheapskates. And I don't want to get into a big long story about it, but he used to he made his own tools down there at the shipyard. He actually got some bar stock and made some just basically tap hammered, you know, put the bullets in .6 brass and resizing. He actually had a piece of armor plating that he drilled a hole in, and then he polished that hole and measured it and everything. And what he would do is he'd take like the neck of a .6 and he'd tap it in with a mallet, and then he would tap it back out the other side with a punch. And he made his own priming tool. It was just like a thing of screws, and he had it milled for the rim of the case, and you just put it in there and just squeeze it in there, and then you come in there, and then his powder measures. He borrowed a scale from a friend of his, and then he measured out the powder that that he was going to use in his rifle and pistol loads, and he marked those on these little dippers that he made out of 38 special cases. He put a little handle on them and then brazed on that little handle, and they were cut right to the amount. And so he had his own little dippers and handmade tools, and that's what he used. He killed deer with them. I mean, remember the old B&I down there in Robert?
Yep, sure do.
Yeah, well, he used to go down there, and they'd have surplus bullets, and bags of powder, just paper bags of powder, and he used to buy that there. That's how he got his reloading supplies.
Weren't they the one stores that had the gorilla?
Yeah, they had the gorilla in there, and
Yeah.
I'd always want to go and see him when I was a kid. I was like, we're gonna go see him, Yeah.
That was a nice store.
Yeah, that was the very first start of, I think, of what we really have an idea of what a mall is all about, because they have all kinds of different, shops in there that you can go to do all kinds of different stuff. The B&I, yep. But that's going back, ain't it? Date myself.
Hey, Andy, did you ever get out to the range again?
No, it's been raining.
Oh, rain! Come on now.
And then I don't know what tomorrow's going to be. And tomorrow, the cleaning lady comes tomorrow, but that don't stop me from going. But the range is going to be soaked.
That's all right. You got covered.
We got to walk the range to put your targets up.
Oh, come on, umbrella.
No, I don't mean about raining. I'm talking about the ground's going to be all muddy.
Oh, boots.
Yeah, I don't know.
I had one range in Washington that was a cow pasture. Okay, it was my favorite range because it was cheap. Everyone was family. Everyone loved each other. We loved that. But the thing was, sometimes you're walking in like 6 inches of water or mud to get out to the target. It was unbearable, but it was awesome. We loved that. Just
I
get
might go Wednesday.
some rubber boots and get out there. That was my favorite range of all time. It was in Everett, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm playing with going out Wednesday. I bought the new red dot, so I got to go finish lighting that in too.
What new red dot did you get?
Oh, I thought I talked about it last week. I got the Romeo 5.
Oh, okay. You got a Romeo. Okay. All right.
I lasered it, four laser,
Yeah.
and it was pretty cool because what I did is I put the bore laser in and looked through my old red dot that was still on there, and I just took a mental note where the laser and the dot was, and I just set it the same when I put the new on. By the way, I was having I thought I talked about this last week. We had I have the Picatinny rail that mounts to the top of the Dan Wesson.
Mm-hmm.
It loosened up.
Oh.
Okay. I only had I don't know what torque I should set it for, so I might have just had it too loose. So I had it like 18 or so. Now it's at 25.
Okay, little blue Loctite maybe.
Yeah, if it loosens again, I'll do the blue Loctite.
Yep. I have a Python mount, and I don't have a Cold Python anymore. And that thing is heavy duty. I think it's obsolete. Nobody's going to want a Python mount now. Nobody's going to put a scope on a Python anymore.
The company that made the one I bought sells them for the Python.
Yeah, I got a heavy duty one, but who's going to put a scope mount on Python? They're too priceless now. Chessboard is here. Hey, Chessboard, what's up? It's kind of funny how things get too expensive to screw around with,
Oh yeah, it's like me. I mean, I have the Dan Wesson. I mean, it's an expensive gun today.
Yeah.
And if you can find one, but that's not the point. I'm enjoying shooting it, so I'm doing what I want to it. If I didn't own it, obviously, I'd have a mount that. What am I going to do with that? But I would have sold it with the gun.
Yeah, there's looking at and there's shooting guns, and there's a difference. Yeah, most of mine are all shooting. Yeah,
mine are shooters, but that Dan Wesson, for the amount of rounds through it when I used to shoot competition, thing is really clean.
Jim, I never thought about casting bullets until I started watching you and Elvis Ammo and Fortune Cookie, and I started doing that and powder coating, and that's pretty enjoyable also.
To me, I think casting is the most soothing thing you can ever do over reloading anything else. Casting bullets is it's like therapy. It's so nice.
Takes your mind off for other things.
Drive on a bike or something. Yeah.
I just turn the radio on, sit down, and start casting.
Yeah, I think casting is the best of them all, as far as just getting in the, just soothing. It's so nice. Everyone should cast bullets. I'm sorry.
Well, again, I'm in New York, and this Hochul, she passed a new law, started September 20th or something. Mm-hmm. There, you have a waiting period to buy ammo now, and they got to fill out. They got to do a background check on you, and there's 11% tax on top of it.
Yeah, and they're taxing ammo in California, so get your bullets loaded before they start taxing loading stuff. AR is here. AR Patriot is here. He's now the Patriot Nation. Hey, AR, what's up? I hope the Corvette is coming along. Hope that Corvette's coming along. Yeah, Robert, you got to agree with me. There's nothing like casting and making your first babies. And after that, it's like, boom. And if you can go in your backyard and recycle your bullets and melt them all over again, it's just 3 times as good.
Well, and with the Lee molds and everything, you don't have to spend a ton of money to do it.
No. I started on 2-cavity Lee molds, and then if I liked it, I'd go to a 6-cavity. And Lee makes a lot of good molds. Yeah.
That's exactly how I started. I think it was probably from watching you, do a 2-cavity and see if you're going to like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And to me, the 45 is still my favorite. The truncated cone 200 grain. That's still my favorite 45. The Lee all time.
Yeah, that's the copy of the H&G 68.
Yep.
That is a copy of the H&G 68, which is a match bullet. And I'm telling you what, that thing shoots, buddy. It's a good shoot bullet.
Oh, my gosh. It's my favorite. I shoot it at 70 yards, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pistol round.
Oh, man.
It'll shoot less than an inch at 100 yards. I mean, it's a great bullet. It is.
Yeah, I'm not that good with it, but I'm shooting a 10-inch AR with that. But I love that bullet. I love the 6-cavity. And the 8 cavities made by MP now.
Yeah. You know, boom, man, you can really crank out some ammo with those 8 cavities. I'm telling you, it doesn't take you long. You got a whole pile of bullets.
But yeah, casting,
You can actually outproduce what you shoot. Really easy.
casting did change my life because it's so cheap, especially when you get to the bigger bores, 44 Magnum, things that if you bought off the shelf is going to cost you a lot of money.
Yes.
And it's dirt cheap. All you're paying for is a primer. Okay, you're redoing your brass every time, cleaning it. It's amazing how much money you can save on your big bore stuff. And man, to me, casting bullets is my favorite. Then reloading and experimenting with stuff. But I just love going out and casting bullets. There's something about it. I don't know. I can't explain it.
Well, after I bought my 4570, I'm glad I cast bullets.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
I do 350 grain and 405 grain. And yeah, you don't shoot that very much if you don't reload and cast.
Yeah, and if you got property, so if you got a berm you can dig your bullets out of,
Yeah.
you can clean them and melt them right down, and boom, you saved a lot of lead. Yeah,
Yep.
That's the way to go, especially with the big bore stuff. It's so cheap. It's so cheap.
You know, in many calibers, you know, you go into the big box stores where they've got the stuffed animals and all that stuff, right? I'm not going to mention any names. We all know these huge sporting goods stores. And then you walk down the reloading aisle, and there's all these different brands of jacketed bullets. Okay, and you look at some of the prices on these jacketed bullets for pistol, you know, and I'm astonished that someone would, you know, so that, you know, casting really opens up your eyes on what a fallacy it is to go out and buy jacketed bullets for pistols. You don't need a jacketed bullet. You don't. I mean, for pistol velocities, you don't. Though a cast bullet will do just fine, and you'd be amazed how a cast bullet will rival the accuracy. You know, even outshoot jacketed bullets. You know, I mean, look at the national matches there at Camp Perry, the 2700s they shoot. They don't shoot jacketed bullets there. Those are all custom, you know, casted bullets those guys shoot. And, you know, the HG 68, the HG 63, those are king on the line. Those are what those guys are shooting in bullseye. Those are the bullets.
Yeah,
you can't buy it.
Go ahead. Who? Oh, anyway, yeah. Especially like accurate match bullets are going to be slower anyway, so you're not screaming,
right?
And it's you know, it's lower velocity, and of course I got suppressor, so that makes it even better. I've been struggling with video last 2 days. I was doing it for CW Longshot because he lost his wife and everything. I've been trying to do that video, and that video is gone. That video is kicking my butt. But anyway, I was shooting some 44 loads that were quieter than a pellet gun, and they were tack driving in there. And then I did a couple water jug tests the last 2 days. That video is kicking my butt. I don't know if it'll ever get out. Anyway, there's nothing like casting your own, and especially, and then you got the Zinkmeister up here, Andy, that does zinc, which is like giveaway stuff. Everyone's looking for lead, and everyone's throwing away zinc. And now you got the Zinkmeister out here shooting zinc. So there's another
Zinc Godfather.
Yeah, and zinc.
That's who he is.
Cheap
He's
right
the
now.
Zinc Godfather. What can I do for you?
I used to throw away zinc wheel weights. I'll never do that again because everyone's
You
having.
need some zinc there, Thor? I can make an
Everyone-
arrangement.
yeah.
You know, businessman. Just like you.
Everyone is having. Everyone's having so much fun with zinc, screaming them. There's another option, you know.
Yeah.
You know, out here in Washington, they won't even let us have lead wheel weights anymore.
Right. It's very
Yeah.
hard to find them. Yep.
Yeah.
So then you go to zinc like Andy's doing, and you got another option. I love this about the whole thing on reloading.
What you brought up, Robert, though, is very true. You know, you go into any of these sporting goods stores, and you just say, "Yeah, I'd like to get a box of 4570." Oh, sure. And they go over there, and they grab it, and they put it down. It might be Remington, whatever, and you are in sticker shock. That's only 20 shots, and you're going to pay like up to $50 for that ammo. That's unbelievable. That's like highway robbery.
Oh, I got friends that got some of the high caliber magnums,
Yeah,
like your 338 and some of them. They
yeah,
paid $80 a box for 12 or 20 of them.
that's crazy.
Crazy.
I just realized something. Hobby's Hobo, Mike, has never been on my live chat. He's never been on the live chat that I can remember. So, Mike from Canada,
International.
think about it. Just clicky, clicky on the linky. Mike, you've never been on.
Right. You're absolutely right, Robert. You know, paying the prices that you have to pay for this ammunition is just. Hey, if you're just going to go ahead and just going to go hunting, and you think that box of ammo is going to last you for the next 5 years, oh, so what? But you know, guys that are into these, you know, bigger magnums and especially some of these European calibers and stuff like that. You know, they're not just going out there hunting with them. They shoot them. They experiment. They hand load for them. And, you know, and I'll tell you what, paying the money that they want for some of these, you know, rounds is just absolutely crazy money.
Well, you know, Thor's, and I hate to see what Newsom's doing down there in California because these jerks we got up in Olympia,
They're
They like-
falling right in with them.
falling right in with everything.
Right, we might as well just have some universal West Coast government and then just absorb Washington, Oregon, and California all as one great big giant communist state.
That's where we're headed.
Yeah,
Yep.
makes me pissed. Makes me
Okay.
pissed off.
Michael Hurtnick, yes, it will expand if you got your alloy right. Everything's right. Yes, I've done a lot of hollow point lead tests and the Ohas Cross. So yes, you can get. It's trickier. So Thorzak was talking about earlier. You can buy hunting ammo. Also, my carry ammo is factory. I'm sorry. I know it's going to expand every time. So my self-defense ammo is factory, but that's okay. The rest I can save money on. And I really love those Federal HSTs. They are amazing. So I can't duplicate that every time, depending on what gun it is. And these work in every gun, so that's what I do. If that answers your question. So for carry, I do factory, and I love those Federal HSTs. And then for whatever else, I do cast. And a shotgun, just so you know, a shotgun doesn't care.
Chessboard. I haven't seen anything in the regs about that as far as fishing weights. I haven't seen anything in there about lead weights. I know one thing, like Pope and Talbot used to own a bunch of land up here in Jefferson County, and there were some lakes out there. And what happened is that Jefferson County has kind of turned into kind of like a retreat for a lot of bums and vagrant people and stuff. What happened is that Pope decided to go ahead and sell that property off to Rainier Industries. Rainier Industries now requires you to have a pass to use any of those roads to go to any of those lakes that are out there, which is like $150, $200 a year just to, you know, go on those roads. And what it is they want to make that as private roads, even though it's a lake that's actually stocked, you know, by Washington State. I don't get that. You know, how can you block access to a lake that is stocked with taxpayer money? You know, how can you block that? You know, I don't think a company should have the right to block access to a publicly supported resource like that. And I mean, but then again, we're in Washington State. This is Washington State, and what they did, I could understand what Rainier Industries was doing, because what was happening is that you had people with boat motorhomes and RVs and stuff like that, and they started just camping out over there, and so they had to clear them out of there, and they had to lock those roads up to keep those people out of there, because they were just going to live there. So huge problem up here with the homeless.
Hobby's Hobo. I remember now, Mike. Yeah, internet connection. I go brain dead all the time. I think we had Robert on before also, right?
Yeah, I was here before.
Yeah, so I just go brain dead. I can't remember the 2 days from now. Anyone else got that problem, or do I have to start worrying about being a Biden?
Chessboard. That is the gateway to regulating firearms, even on the hunter's level. As far as banning lead or any type of lead products being used in ammunition, and they say it's invented. It's putting lead in the environment. Well, I got news for you. Lead is mined. It comes out of the ground. Anyway, do you know how much raw lead is just laying on the bottom of the ocean that was naturally there? I mean,
Yeah, I worried about that because I got a well, but also lead will deteriorate in the environment, so it'll deteriorate by itself.
Yeah, and it goes into the soil, and it's been going on for millions of years. And them saying that this is that we're polluting the wildlife, we shoot at the wildlife with lead, and blah 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 blah. It's all it is just a gateway for them to start regulating hunting, and then shut down hunting, and then shut down shooting ranges, and then shut down reloading, and just basically go after firearms in general. This is all part of a 2A attack. And the FUDs out there, the guys that why should I care if I have to go out and get steel shot? Well, you know what? You should care about protecting your overall right to be able to go out and hunt, because that's what they're attacking here. They're not attacking the part that they're not attacking it because you're using lead shot. They're not. The whole goal is to eliminate it. One of the things that Robert will understand, and he knows it, Washington State treats these animals they have up here in the Cascades and in the Olympics like they're pets of the state. They do.
Yeah.
They do. They set up feeding stations in the Cascades and in the Olympics, because these elk are starving to death because there's so many of them. There's so many of them. They're just stripping. They're stripping all the natural foliage and everything they need in order to get through the winter. There's too many of them. But do you think the state will go ahead and say, well, rather than having drawings, why don't we go ahead and ease up on that so that hunters will go out there and shoot these off? No, they're not going to do that. They don't care if elk is running through your neighborhood. They want that.
The only thing this state cares about is the revenue.
Money.
Yep.
Money. That's all they want.
And you guys have a cougar problem. I know that. Yeah.
Well, we do. Yeah.
You guys have cougars in your backyard because they won't shoot them. So, yeah. Up here, they get shot. They got tags for those guys, and it keeps them down. I got them in the backyard.
Find a few cougars in there.
Hey, Jim, you don't have dementia. You got what they call hereafter.
Yeah.
I leave the house and go out to the shop, and then I get out there and wonder what I'm here after. And the kids tell me, well, that's what you got.
I've been sitting in my chair at the reloading room, and I'm like, what am I doing now?
Yeah.
I get that totally. And Robert, I love that you loved Elvis Ammo. He was, he stopped doing videos. He was on a live chat once, and he moved. So after that, we haven't heard from him. But I
sorry
love
to hear
that
about.
with Demo. Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear about CJ Longshot. I used to watch him. I loved watching his videos.
OCW Lawn Shot.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
he's
He's still making videos.
he's still
He's
kicking.
making
Yeah.
videos.
He's still kicking, and that's the video I was trying to get out the last couple days.
Yeah.
His wife passed away, and
He
that
went through knee replacement after a long L&I stint. He screwed himself up at work, and he was on a long L&I stint, and he had to take care of his wife at the same time. And then he ended up having his knee replaced and everything. And I'm going to tell you what, my heart goes out to that guy, man. That guy is, I mean, he is armor plated as far as life. I'm telling you, he's taken some very serious rounds. Very serious.
just so you know, Robert, he just lost his wife. Okay.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. I was sorry about because I really enjoyed watching his videos.
Oh, he still
Yeah.
makes them. He's still making plenty of videos. That's the
Yeah,
stuff.
he's still making videos. He just did one on the 730 waters.
Mm.
You know, how to fire form brass and stuff like that. So yeah, check him out.
I guess I'm gonna have to go back and find him because I was subscribed to him, but maybe they kicked me off. I don't know.
No, he
Well,
lost his
his-
channel and he came back on under another name.
His channel got deleted just like mine. So
Right.
I think it's just what is it called now? Just CW or something?
Give me a minute here. I'll see if I can. I'm going to go out. I'm going to go to his channel.
Yeah, so YouTube killed us both at about the same time, but I've been trying to do a video for 2 days. I was going to send him a card because I almost lost my wife. She had a stroke, and I know what it's like. I mean, that's the scariest thing ever in this world. If you lose your wife or your kids, that's got to be the worst thing. That's the worst hell you ever have to go through.
Okay, I'm going to post a link in here. That's his channel there, Robert. So if you click on that, it'll take you to his channel, and then you can subscribe.
Thank you. I'm not seeing the side chats for some reason.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And I was going to ask you, Jim, if I want to leave and then come back, I've got a red X that says leave. Can I just hit that and then come back on again?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you have to be on YouTube to see the side chat. If you're just on StreamYard, you're not seeing the side chat.
But you can knock yourself out, and then I can put a link down here. You can click on it again or save the link you did before.
I thought I did come on YouTube. Andy, but I don't know. I'm probably something I'm doing on my end.
If you want to bow out, you can click Leave Studio.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to come back, just click on the link I posted on the side.
Okay. Gotcha.
You're in StreamYard right now, correct, Robert?
Yes, I am.
Okay, well, you on the right-hand side, you see private chat?
On the
top?
right-hand side, it's got a picture of me, and it says you're in the show, and everyone can see and hear you.
Yeah, you're not. I don't know. You're not in. Because there's a private chat thing in StreamYard that I could post the link to. But
No, if you want to get out, just click Leave Video at the bottom here, and then if you want to come back on, just click on the link I keep posting on the side chat.
I will do that.
All right.
It's
Well,
about time to go get a glass of wine.
There you go. Wait, is it red wine or white wine?
Red wine.
Red wine is actually good for you people, and Andy should know that. He's Italian.
oh yeah.
Those guys live for 100 years. Look at Andy. He smokes like a fish, just like me, and he's living forever. It's the red wine, people.
Well, I used to be married to an Italian, but that only lasted 25 years. So,
Well, they can be a little hot.
yeah. Okay, I'll be back.
All right, buddy. If we're
Okay.
still on, I'll keep cooking the links. All right, good to see. All right, good to see you on here. Anyway, where we're at? What is MC talking about here? Uncle Jim's Zeolite. What? I don't understand. Does anyone understand this comment? I don't.
He's telling you what to eat to get rid of dementia. You've improved
Oh, so I got to start eating pine bark off of trees? What?
pine bark extract.
All right, so I'll do a video where I'm chewing on trees, I guess. All right. We'll do that. Okay, MC, that's a good idea for a video. I'll do the beaver. Leave it to beaver. I'll call it Leave It to Beaver and start chewing on trees.
104. Where you getting that from, James? 70.
104. See, I love Andy because he's old school. Still smokes, all that stuff, just like Uncle Jim. We're still around no matter what the media says. We're
Hey,
still here, people.
I survived the lead painted baby crib.
Yes, me too. And asbestos.
Asbestos, yeah. And what else? Drinking out of the garden hose and,
Yeah, whatever they tell you you're going to die from. Yeah.
riding in the back of a pickup truck, all those good things.
There's two things for living long. One is genes, and the other one is being happy and laughing every day. If you laugh every day, it's going to add 5 years to your life at least. At least. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. Keep laughing. Screw all these people that think, oh, blah, blah, blah. You're going to die.
Exactly. Learn how to take things light and quit being so damn serious. Yeah, just it's like Andy, for instance. Andy knows how to laugh. And he sees the humor in some of this stuff with political means and all that. He's a New Yorker. He has to. So, the thing is that, I live in Washington State. I have to learn how to laugh about it because,
Yeah, you do.
you do. You got to laugh about it because, man, you take it seriously, you're just going to get screwed in the ground and you just, you're screwed all the time. Learn how to laugh.
I love this commentation. I
Have a
love
beer.
this comment right here. I rode a bike without a helmet. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Most of my motorcycle riding all my life was without a helmet till they changed the law and ruined it. And then I couldn't hear what's going on.
Right. But like I said, have a beer. Have a couple of beers. Lighten up.
Enjoy life, All right.
Exactly.
Okay, do you want to live 100 years miserable, or do you want to just have the blast of your lifetime and live shorter? I would rather have the blast of my lifetime than live in a nursing home all wrinkled up. Do you know what someone looks like when they're 80 or so? It's not good. It's not good. I'd rather be gone.
What gets me? What gets me is that a person I worked with people that were 100% dedicated, and they would come to work every day, had tons of sick leave and tons of annual leave. They were forced to go on their annual leave and burn up their muscle leave. And that was just hell for them to not be at work. Just workaholics all over the end. Don't let your work define who you are. That's another thing too. Learn how to have a life. Have a life, and
I'd rather have it short and enjoy every minute of it, just living on the edge. Okay.
right.
Rather than just boring living my life and wrinkling up. And I don't want it. I told the family, I'm not dying. I'm dying with my boots on. I'm not dying in a hospital. I'm not dying in a nursing home. Don't you dare ever put me through that. 67 Rebel SST AMC is here.
The thing is,
Work hard, play hard, have fun.
Yeah, you go to some of these nursing homes, and like I said, these people that they work until they're 70, You know, they just can't give up their job. And the next thing you know, that's it. They don't have any time to really enjoy anything. And the next thing you know, they've got a blanket over their lap, sitting in a wheelchair, you know, looking at some panoramic view of the Olympics in some nursing home. And they just like this.
No.
All, you know, just
Yeah.
that's it. You know, they give them drugs and all that stuff just to dope them up and put them in front of the window. And it's terrible. It's what a horrible existence.
No.
What a
Yeah.
horrible existence. Horrible. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
No,
You know,
that's
you're not even living anymore. You know, and a lot of these people, since they don't have a job and they don't have a life and their family couldn't get along with them, so they went ahead and put them in the nursing home because they couldn't provide the care for them. A lot of these people are angry too. They get combative with the staff and everything there at the nursing home. And the next thing you know, they're giving them drugs just to mellow them out, and then they put them in front of the window, and that's their life. You know, with drool coming out, big gaping mouth. You know.
6-shooter Texan said, "I'm a badass." Yeah, baby. You know, enjoy it while you can. I don't want to die wrinkled up in a bed. Are you kidding me? Play hard, have fun. You know, do what you want. You know, I go way overboard to the extreme,
No,
especially.
you don't.
But you know what?
No, you don't, Jim. Don't ever say that.
Hey, you know what?
Any of the crazy crap, when you come walking out of the garage and you got that look in your eye and you got the camera going and you got something in your hands, and we know that this just is a spur of the moment. You don't care. You're just going to put this on video. That's Jim. That is him, and that's the way, you know, that's the way you're living your life. And man, more power to you. I enjoy those videos. I really do. Those are great. They're a great learning. If you really do look at what you do in those videos, it's a great learning thing about yourself and taking care of stress and learning how to let everything go. It's great.
All I got to do is be happy, have fun, laugh every day. That's going to give you more life, but don't worry about, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just be happy. Do your thing. Don't die in a nursing home, for God's sakes.
Hell no.
Oh, for God's sakes, never, ever. I told the family. Boom, I told the son, get me out of there. Even if you have to kidnap me, I'm not dying in a hospital or a nursing home. All right?
Well, look at Robert. You know, Robert was like, hey, I got to bounce out for a minute because I got to go get a glass of wine.
There you go, Robert.
Functioning.
This is for you, Andy.
Retired. He's enjoying life. He just got through saying he was married for 25 years.
He's been reloading. Yeah.
He's probably through some hard times, and he knows that having a glass of wine and not taking it so seriously is what's keeping you alive.
And he's been reloading since he was 16. May I ask, how old are you, Robert?
Just turned 76, Jim.
Damn. Okay, you look.
I've been retired.
That means you had fun all your life because you don't look 76.
I worked for 43 years at that can plant. I started when I was 19, worked until I was 42, and I've been retired 14 years. And everybody says, why'd you retire? You still got good health. I said, I've been here 43 years. You want me to stay here until they pack me out of here? You know? It was a good union job. So
I'll tell you what, it wasn't my retirement ceremony, but when I got my 40 years, it took them a year to actually get it on somebody's schedule. But they brought in a cake, and it was one of those custard cakes. It was chocolate. It was great, man. And then coffee and the whole bit. And they wheeled it out there, and the old man came over and shook my hand, thanked me for my federal service for the last 40 years and all this other stuff. And I'm going to tell you what, it wasn't 10 minutes after that party was over, I went over there and I started typing away on the computer, filing for all my retirement stuff. I was like, man, I'm out of here. I mean, it's been 40 years. It's time. And then people
I was watching the show, Thors, when you were talking about your retirement, and I thought, good for you. Get out of there when you can.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I finally decided. I've been through way too much this last year, and call it whatever you want, divine intervention. Maybe God, this is God's way of letting me know, hey, you need to get out of that place. And you need to start your life over and get into, living your life the way,
Well, my father, he worked for the city of Olympia for 37 years, and he always told me, he says, as soon as you can retire, retire. Because when he retired, there was like 5 of them that retired all at the same time. And within 2 years, there was only about 2 of them left. The other 3 guys had already passed away.
I'm going to tell you what, the biggest pride I have for the last 5 years or 10 years, actually 15 years that I spent there, was raising and training the people that are in there now. They are the go-to people. They're smart. They learned everything that I told them to do. They're serious, and they are the go-to people now. And so part of my job was making sure that organization had the right people to do the right stuff and knew what the hell they were doing. And that's what I take pride in. One of the most things that I take pride in is what I was able to work with people and what they became later.
Well, when I started at the can plant, they had the old soldered side seam cans. You remember them, Thors?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then they went to the extruded can, then they went to aluminum cans. In fact, they just spent $120 million on that facility there in Olympia to upgrade that can plant. It had been there since 1959.
Wow.
Used to be the old Continental Can. They had a plant up there up north. I think they had a machine shop, and I think they had a manufacturing plant that did the fish cans for Alaska.
Yeah.
So, and they opened this plant down there just for the Olympia Brewery when it started out back in 1959.
You know what? There's a little tavern that's down the road from my house. I had to do a video one night, just kind of walk in there and show you guys it, because it really is. I mean, it says a lot about the history of this place. But they do have a collection of old cans that probably came right out of that facility. The old soldered cans with the pull tab and all that stuff, were the ones that had a solid top and you actually had to use a bottle opener to open them. Yeah.
Yeah, back in the day, Olympia and Rainier, they were the big ones.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. So much for automation, so much for the computer age. You took hardworking people and put them out there where they can't, putting people out of work. I think one of the biggest things that we have problems with in the United States, in my opinion, is that we're relying too much on computerized stuff. Granted, you got to know stuff about computers. You got to go ahead and know all the different things with computers and all that other stuff. I get it. The industry has expanded in the way of technology, and you have to be educated and all that stuff. I know. But the thing is, though, is I look at the jobs that have been replaced by automation and how, we have suffered. You know what I mean? The consumer. I mean, how things are made nowadays just don't last, and that sort of thing. I mean, back my parents, if some company built something that was junk, they just boycott it. They wouldn't buy it, and that company would go out of business. And now it's almost like a universal language. That's the way it's all made now, So yeah, you don't have a choice.
Well, our workforce, they opened that plant in 59. I started in 65. But about 5 years before I retired, they said 60% of the workforce in that facility had 30 years plus. And they kept telling them, these guys are going to be retiring. You better get some young ones trained, and we just can't do that, Well, they paid for it but at the end, but they're hanging in there.
All right, guys, I'm going to bail out. Have a great weekend.
Hey,
Yeah.
Andy, I hope you get to the range, and thanks for coming on. And next week, if we got the hours, I got to see if I get spammed by StreamYard. What is the date today? 20
30th.
30th? Okay, I got till the 6th. Hopefully,
No,
I got
tomorrow's the
5
30th.
minutes. Hopefully, I get 5 minutes so I can start a live chat next week. Okay, I think I'm on the 3rd now, so we can do this. All right. Andy, thanks for coming on.
Yeah. Good night, Andy.
Bye-bye, Andy.
Love you, bud. The Zinc Doctor.
Yeah.
Trying to catch up with the chat. I had to go upstairs and get a little drinky poo. 6-shooter Texan's still here. You got to come back on here, buddy. Michael Hurtneck. Floyd Hicks is still here. Tin Man, you're probably dealing with the kids. Let me throw a link down. We can keep going if you want. Otherwise, whatever. Okay. What kind of wine are you drinking? Some people are probably curious.
Well, it's a boxed wine. It's
Okay.
Franzi Fruity Red Sangria.
Okay. I've done boxed wine before, and the awesome thing about it, you got it in the fridge, you hit the tap like a keg.
Yep.
Yeah, I love about boxed wine. Yes. And red is way better. Yeah.
Well, I have a mixed drink every afternoon, Jim, and been doing that for a long time. And
That's why you live to 76. I'm telling people, they think alcohol is bad. No, it keeps your juices flowing. Yes.
well, I have a nephew that's down in San Diego, and he came up a couple weeks ago, and he stopped at the All-Star Liquor Store there in California just before you come into Oregon, and made a booze run for us. And you cannot believe Thor's nose. Up here we got liquor tax, booze tax, bottle tax.
Sin
I probably
tax.
saved $200 in taxes by him bringing the booze
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, but the neat thing when I left Washington was all the booze was in the grocery stores now.
Mm.
Yep.
I love that because one shop stop. You get a steak and you can get your vodka or whatever in one stop. I love that.
I don't exactly like the prices that you have to pay because of the taxes and everything that's on the booze. That's in
Well,
the
yeah,
That's
you know.
especially you go over to Idaho, and golly, you're paying half. You're paying half, or even less than half what you're paying.
Oh no, Pat brought up a bunch of booze from Nevada.
Yeah,
And are you kidding me? The prices on the booze. Same with the meat. The meat was cheap also. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, we're getting screwed on tax. Oh, if you buy cigarettes, forget it.
Washington State. Washington State. I mean, you go over to Idaho, and you used to be, and you can get like a carton of Marlboro for like $30. Here, you're going to pay $100. Everybody in Spokane, they go to Idaho. They don't even shop in Washington State.
No, it's crazy. Now you got to roll your own. But I have a nice reloader machine, old school. It works awesome for rolling cigarettes. So that's what I do.
Yeah,
Way cheaper. Way.
What? Ever since I started pipe smoking is it saved me an awful lot of money, but also it saved a lot of wear and tear on my lungs because pre-made cigarettes that you buy in the pack, they're harsh, man. They're really hard on you.
Yeah.
But you buy the tobacco that is just strictly tobacco. It's not enhanced. It hasn't been screwed with and a bunch of chemicals sprinkled on it, so it enhance the nicotine content and all that other crap.
Mhm.
Just plain old tobacco, and it's so different. And another thing too, with smoking a pipe, I don't really inhale that anymore. I just basically do it to get a taste of it because I have a taste for that. I have a taste for the tobacco. Yeah.
Okay, for Tin Man, I roll my own smokes. It's a third of the price. And man, it is so easy. You got the pre-filtered papers, everything. You can get on eBay. It's like $2 for like a whole box. And then just roll your own tobacco. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I can't live without tobacco. I'm sorry. I've been smoking since I was 13, and I can't live without tobacco. It's probably engine blood, but I gotta have my tobacco, and I love the buzz of alcohol. So there you go. I
Yeah.
don't smoke dope. I don't do pills. I don't do none of that crap. But I do like my tobacco, and I like a little booze now and then, or a lot then.
Well, about 35 years ago, Jim, I got bronchitis back to back, and I was so sick, I gave up smoking. And then when I started doing welding at work and everything, I'm glad I quit smoking because I didn't need to be breathing that welding smoke along with
Well,
cigarettes.
I think the welding was worse than the smokes. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that welding is bad.
Well, now in the shops, they got all the big ventilation systems and stuff. But back then, when I did it, we didn't have that.
No, you didn't. Yep, that's
No.
old. That's old school. Yep.
Yep.
Look what Hobbies is paying up there in Canada, $19 a pack.
Oh
That's
my
crazy.
god, that's a pack.
That's
Oh
insane.
my god. Oh
I
my
think
god.
I think the beer is pretty expensive up there too, Jim.
Wow, I can roll a huge giant pack of tobacco for that price. Wow.
Yeah, I've been told beer up in Canada is pretty spendy too.
Yeah, I'm glad I started rolling my own. James picked up cigars. You know, I like tobacco, but cigars just are nasty. I don't like cigars. I'm sorry. I tried them. Yeah, I do have a couple pipes, but I don't do that either. I need that.
I smoked a pipe for a while and I enjoyed it like Thor's. It was, but once I kicked the habit, I figured don't go back.
Yeah, if you guys can quit smoking, that's a huge. But I don't know. I love tobacco. I'm sorry. I like it. Why can't I be happy? You know,
Hey.
everyone in the universe out there, the government, everyone tells you you can't be happy drinking or smoking. You know, screw you. I'm happy.
At our age, if we can't be happy, Jim, what else we got left?
Yeah, you know, like I said, do I want to be shriveled up at 90 years old? No. So let me be happy. Let me go down to Chinatown the way I want to go. What else is going on here? Where do you even buy bags of tobacco? Any tobacco store, Tin Man. The problem with tobacco stores, they're full of crack pipe people. So they got that. So that's an issue. But you got to weed through that and buy your tobacco. Yeah, it's crazy out there. Yeah, it was 25 to 50 cents, James, when I was a kid. Yeah. At machines. So you could go to any restaurant and walk in the door before you go to the other door, and you're just a 14-year-old kid and buy a pack of cigarettes. I love that. That was awesome. What happened to cigarette machines?
My lady friend Jim, she smokes and she goes out to the Indian reservation and buys them. And you can save a little bit, but they're still expensive.
I used to do that before I moved in Washington. I had to go to the Indian res to save huge bucks, and I'd buy like four or five cartons at a time. Yeah, that it was definitely way better, and name brand because of taxes. You know, they tax double on that crap, and it's a violation of your rights. They went after tobacco like they went after guns. They really did. And tobacco is, if you look at our country, tobacco is one of tobacco. What else? Corn. What else? Tobacco is like a founder of our country because of the engines. Okay.
Yeah, those plantations go way back.
It was the number one exporter from our country was tobacco to other countries.
Yep.
It was huge. It was a big deal. I love tobacco. I love it. I'm sorry. Everyone's got their thing, but I love tobacco and I love vodka. All right. Cigarettes, machine illegally. Hobby, you got to move. Do your papers and get out of Canada because unless things change, it's really going to get ugly.
But if you leave Canada, don't come to Washington because it's not much better.
Yeah, no, you're going to be like, what? What did I leave for?
Yeah, really.
Leave Canada and then move south. Yeah, southeast. Yes.
Then for at least Idaho.
Yeah, stay away from the West Coast if you move from Canada. Otherwise, you're just in the same. Yeah, you're in the same deal if you don't move from the West Coast.
I'm not going to tell you where I got it, and I'm not going to tell you how much I paid for it. But that is all Captain Black. That's all primo Captain Black.
Now that's flavored pipe tobacco, right?
Yeah, well, that's cased. Yeah, cased.
Okay.
They actually stuff it in a liquor. And it's real smooth smoke, man. And I'm telling you, I really enjoy it. And another is, if you can get it, I don't know if you can get it down there, but is Carter Hall. Carter Hall is a standard. Just a burley. You can actually make cigarettes out of this. It's really, really, really good. And like I said, it doesn't have the nicotine punch to it. Once you get used to getting off the nicotine, it's just flavor after that. It's nicotine.
Back when I smoked the pipe, Thor's, I like that cherry blend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some of that. I have some very cherry, and I also have some Captain Black cherry that's really good.
Yeah, I
there's
enjoy
all
cherry.
kinds of different flavors of. I mean, it's a myriad of different. Here's one right here. See if you can see that. It's a Bangled Slices.
Yep.
And that is really, really, really unique tobacco to smoke. Here's another one that's it's an English blend and it has a lot of key in it, which is, you got to, it's a certain taste to get, but my mixture, 965. That's really good tin tobaccos. These are expensive here. In Washington State, this tin of tobacco is going to run you about $35, and it's only like 1.5 ounces.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? You go to another state, you get it for $8. $8. You go to another state, $8 for a tin. Yeah.
Okay. For hobbies and hobos, James has an idea. My suggestion is to go to the Mexican border and come in that way, and boom. But they might not pick you up because they pick 20 at a time and let you through. You might be too Canadian looking and not what they want. All right.
Tin Man, absolutely. Tin Man asked if you can order tobacco online. Yeah, absolutely. There's tobacco places online that you can go ahead and get online, and you have to check your state. Okay, if your state taxes on tobacco like Washington State does, okay, you're gonna have to pay taxes on that tobacco. If that place will collect the taxes, they'll ship it to you. But if they don't collect the taxes, they're not going to ship it to you. You can't buy it. So you have to watch what it is in your state, the way that they tax it.
Where he lives, he can probably go to a tobacco store and buy bags of it like we do.
Yeah.
We buy bags of it, and man, that's like 3 or 4 cartons a bag.
Yeah.
It's so much cheaper. I tell you, oh my gosh. And if you got a nice reloader where you can roll, 40 at a time real quick, boom, bang, pow. I'm running out of the side chat here. What's going on here, boys?
Yeah, back in the early 80s, not in the 80s, but the early 2000s all the way through the 2000s, there were companies that you could buy name brand cigarettes, by the carton, and they would ship it right to your door here in Washington State. Washington State cracked down on all of that because nobody was buying cigarettes anymore at the store. No one. They were all buying them mail order.
I heard
Yeah.
a good one the other day, Jim, that Walmart's giving away free turkeys. All you got to do is get past the security guard.
I think everyone right.
Well, both of you guys have what's the store called? We used to use. They give you a free turkey every year. What is the store? It's not Walmart. It's a Washington thing.
Safeway?
Fred Meyer.
Fred Meyer, yeah.
You go to Fred Meyer every season. You get a free turkey if you order like so much groceries, like $80, whatever. You get a free turkey. A big,
Safeway does something similar. I think you could get a real cheap turkey if you buy.
yeah.
Mhm.
So we used to go to Fred Meyer and we'd always have a free turkey. We'd have two of them by that time because you did grocery shopping twice. And Fred Meyer used to give free turkeys. I don't know if they do anymore. I think Fred Meyer is only a Washington store, right?
That
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know.
We liked it. We had one close to our house. It was always awesome.
I'll tell you what,
Everything
that's what
was clean.
once a Fred Meyer opens up in a town, that's where everybody starts shopping. Everybody shops at Fred Meyer.
Well,
Well, that
they're
was-
nice and clean, and they're not like Walmart. We really liked them. That's where we would go. It was right. I could walk to Fred Meyer where I used to live.
I do all my shopping
You
at
get free
Ralph's Shop.
turkeys. You get free turkeys. You got the best prices, just like Walmart, but it's a little better. It's cleaner. It's
Well,
nice.
my dad loved it, Jim, because he could go there and get his groceries, get hardware, get electrical stuff,
Yeah, and get your booze.
and get your booze. And there's Tin Man. Here's
And you
to you.
get your Tin Man there too. You get your
How's it going?
wife beater.
And Steel. What's
And
going
you get
on?
your wife beater T-shirts while you're there.
That's it.
Just got out of the shower. I threw a wife beater on. I don't care.
Yeah.
Hey,
I read your comment, Tin Man, and you're trying to get out of debt as fast as possible. I'm going to tell you what, that is very, very smart. Oh, you have no idea what kind of wisdom goes into that. Do not get caught up with the Joneses and have to have a boat and an RV and all the rest of that other crap, and have this facade where they stand out there and they're like, oh, look what we're in debt for. You know what? Just try to do the best for your family and keep out of debt and watch and watch your money. Just watch your money, dude. I'm telling you, man, that's survival. I have a lot of respect for you. If that's what you're doing, hell yeah.
Yeah. Normally we don't really carry much debt, but when I hurt my back, we kind of lived off a credit card for a little bit.
Yeah.
That was a couple grand right there. I want to get that knocked out, taken care of.
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to cross that bridge too here pretty soon when because I got to wait for OPM to start kicking my retirement my way, and that might take a couple of months because I've got a divorce and there's probably going to be legal proceedings that have to be reached out. But yeah, I might end up having to do that myself. But you know what? That's life.
Yep.
That's sometimes it's just unavoidable.
Yeah, there's nothing we could really do about it. I mean, I had to do what I had to do, and then
What do
whatever.
best laid plans of medicine men.
As much as I would like to blow it on gun stuff, I mean, you got priorities, right?
Oh man, PSA is fooling me.
Here by the sea and sand, nothing ever goes as planned, and that is true.
Yeah.
That was my saying. That I had a little placard on my desk at work that said that. Here by the sea and sand, nothing ever goes as planned. Yeah.
We're really close to getting both of our cars paid off too. That'd be great if we can do that, man.
Wait until you actually start seeing how you can knock the house down. Once you start knocking that house down, then you start seeing the wisdom in the whole thing. Just put your nose to the grindstone while you're young, get it over with.
Mhm.
Join hands with the old lady and have a determination that you're going to do the best that you can to try to stay out of debt, man, because debt kills families. It really does. It's a
Yeah, like I
huge
said, we normally don't carry anything on a credit card.
I hate
Especially
it
when
so
you
much.
get ready to retire, don't have any debt. Have everything
Right.
paid off.
Yeah.
I know back in the day, Tin Man, when we were doing overhauls at the can plant and stuff, we'd be like you. We'd work 2 or 3 weeks straight, 12 hours a day. That's a hard grind. But the
Yep,
money was good, so you could
Yes.
pay off stuff.
right.
I've
Yeah.
done
Yeah,
that
I'm only doing the 8s and 10s, but still.
months, 7 days a week, 12-hour days, man. I've worked that for months at a time. The money's great, but man, you get so burned out on it.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to be smart. You got to be smart. I mean, I've seen a lot of guys that work those sort of hours. The next thing you know, they're buying a boat and they're buying an RV and they're buying a brand new car and they're buying all this stuff. And it's like, man, just get ahead right now because this money, man, is going to save you a lot of money in the long run.
Yep. And that's
All
the
right.
thing too. Is like overtime doesn't last forever, so keep that in mind.
All right. Can I say this? It's good to see you on here, Tin Man.
It's
Okay.
good to be here. I just wanted to come on and let you guys know I was alive.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we miss you, man. You know,
Ditto.
you show.
And
Yep.
you had a birthday recently with one of the children's, and that's
Hmm.
awesome.
Yep.
All right. I'm glad you came on here.
Yep. Just wanted to stop in and say hi. Like I said, I think today was day 13, and I got to work 24 days straight, and then who knows after that. Then my boss told me we're going to be working Saturdays until March. I'll believe that when I see it.
Yeah.
But hey, money's good. Whatever.
Yeah,
I
sure.
know. I did that a couple years, and then I started burning out. But yeah, the money is good with overtime. It's good.
My first 6 months there, I think I worked 500 hours of overtime in 6 months.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
that was
That's
13
a lot.
years. That was 13 years ago. But yeah, I was making working 72 hours a week average, or 70 hours a week average, I think. So yeah, I hit 1,600 hours in 6 months.
Damn.
Can't do that
then Then they'd ask you what day it was, and you just say, "Who cares? I just get up and go to work every day."
pretty much. Yeah, I didn't see my friends for
That's
months.
Right. Yeah, you just your day in, day out, eat, sleep, go to work, eat, sleep, go to work, eat, sleep, go to
Yeah.
work. Yeah.
I was 20 years old. I lived at home then too. That was nice.
You're doing the right thing, Ken. Man, get the debt paid down with your overtime, and
Yeah,
That's it.
you'll do good.
like I said,
Yeah.
it's not a whole lot to pay down. I just want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
I
The
know
way
there are
this
probably,
economy is going, who in the hell knows what's going to happen?
yeah, that's kind of the main thing. It's like, who knows what's going to happen. Plus, when we get our tax refund, I don't want to piss it all away on paying stuff off. I want to keep it.
It's time for initials, boys. Anyway, James, I wanted to ask you. No, not James. I wanted to ask you about your tattoo, Mr. Pell.
Yes.
What is the story on your tattoo? I noticed it on your arm, and I wanted to know if there's a story behind that.
Well, it's just a Harley Davidson Eagle, and I've had it for quite a while. I used to have Harleys, but then I got too damn old to ride them. I could ride them,
Okay.
but you get to be our age, your reflexes and everything's pretty bad. I did go to Sturgis back in 2004. That was a real trip.
Wow,
Everybody ought to do that.
2004.
That would be fun.
2004, was Indian Larry or Jesse James there at the time?
They
2004, I'm trying
could
to-
have been Jim, but they had so many custom bike builders back there. It was just crazy.
I can't remember when Indian Larry died. I want to say it was around that time.
2006 or 7 or 8.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Indian Larry was my favorite bike builder.
Mhm.
He built a bike like I would like it, stripped down but comfy.
Put that upside down question mark on everything.
Oh man, Indian Larry, man! If you guys seen his bikes,
Mhm.
and he was a New Yorker, so he could be nimble in the traffic. Man, those are my favorite bikes, Indian Larry.
They had so many custom builders back there, Jim. It just makes you drool looking at the bikes.
Yeah, just trying to get the dates right. You were 2004. That might be a little bit early for the craze, but yeah.
Could have been, yeah.
Papa's Place is here. I want to say hi to Papa's Place.
How's it going, Les? Yeah, I remember watching all those shows and them building the bikes and welding up the gas tanks and all that stuff. And I always thought to myself, man, it'd be cool to learn how to TIG weld. And now I can, and it's not that cool.
Well, now you're the master of TIG welding.
No,
If
I'm not. No, I'm not.
If anyone's seen what Tin Man does with the TIG, it's like beautiful.
No.
Oh,
Sometimes.
don't even say no. Screw off. We know you're good.
There
Shut
are
up.
guys way better than me, man.
You're way better than anyone on a biker build off. I tell you that.
I don't know about that.
Oh no, you're way better than all of them. Yeah.
But back when I learned TIG, Tin Man, I kind of enjoyed doing it.
It's fun, but when you do it for like 8 hours straight, it's kind of
No, we didn't have to do it that long.
yeah. I've done some really long stints, and it gets a little old. Your hands cramp up. Aluminum's fun. I actually enjoy aluminum more than stainless.
Yeah, I
Really?
did too.
That's tougher. Wow. Okay.
It is, but I mean, so with stainless, your weld is, can be like 15 different colors. With aluminum, it can either be aluminum colored or black. So, I mean, you don't have to really worry about color saturation in an aluminum
And
setting.
when you get it set right, it just flows like butter.
Yep. Yeah.
Hey, I got pictures of Tin Man's welds, okay? And don't let him fool you. That's the best TIGging I've ever seen in my life.
There are much better people out there, I'll tell you that.
But it's according to Harley or bike builders on the things, no. Jesse James, all of them, no. You kick their ass.
But if you got to do it 8 hours a day, you've got to be pretty good at it.
I usually don't TIG for 8 hours a day, but I've done some really long stints. It's mainly MIG that we do, and we do. I'm a tinner, so we do like 20 gauge, 22 gauge, 24 gauge, really really thin stuff.
Yeah, and he makes it look like perfect beads, like glue gun. Yeah, or better.
Gotta try.
I don't do a glue gun that good.
It's funny because
I
can weld all right, but you know what? You put a caulk gun in my hands, and I will mess some shit up with a caulk gun. I'm terrible at it.
Well, there's a trick to that. I might have you beat on a caulk gun because I've done.
I guarantee you do.
I've done a million miles of caulking, and I might have you beat there. But as far as your welding goes, you got it kicked. Yeah, you got it kicked.
I'll tell you something, Kurt. I've seen your welding, and from a production, standard as far as your employer, by employing you, they're getting a deal.
Yes, they should. You're not replaceable. Put it that way. I've seen your other guys that you had to fix their welds. You're not replaceable. Yeah, and that's what America's all about. Make yourself irreplaceable at your job. And that's what I always tried to do, but not welding. But that's what you do. You'd be the best. And I've seen your welds, and I've seen your other guys' welds. And yes,
we have some good ones. We have some bad ones. I mean, it is what this. I mean, the thin stuff is hard.
Well, I worked with a guy, Kirk, that had his aircraft certification, and I'll tell you what, there's welders and then there's welders.
Yeah.
That guy could lay down weld like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah. Aircraft guys are awesome.
Well, you could be an aircraft guy easily.
Yeah.
You
I don't know.
could do
I don't even know if we have any shops in our local that do any aircraft.
You could
I
do
guess they have
for
to even
NASA.
X-ray their welds, I guess, to
What's
get their
that?
certification. They have to X-ray their welds when they go to get their certification.
Okay. I've never had my welds x-rayed. We do. I did destructive testing and all that stuff when I got my certs. I've got 5 or 6 different certs and did destructive testing and all that stuff. That was interesting.
Mhm.
No, I think you could do NASA type stuff. So there you go.
NASA is
Inman
actually
welds to
NASA.
the moon.
Have you
Yes.
seen the welding they're doing now for like spacecraft and stuff?
Yeah.
They don't use heat. They don't use a flame. Nothing. It's friction welding.
Yeah, that's weird.
They literally take it looks like a drill press, and they push. It spins like a flat bit really, really fast, and you push it through, and it fuses the metal together like that. It's nuts.
Wow.
Hmm.
Pat is back.
That'd be interesting.
I can't remember who showed that to me. It might have been one of you guys. Maybe Pat. No, it was Ozark. Ozark showed it to me.
Oh, let's talk about Ozark. I didn't mention that in the live chat, and I meant to. His son is getting married tonight, right? Or tomorrow?
I can't remember if it was tonight or tomorrow. I think they had the rehearsal. My days are all blended together. I don't even know what day it is today.
Yeah. So Ozark's son's getting married to a good woman, and he's going through all the marriage. He's getting the house set up and all that for the wedding, and it's got to be it's excruciating. You know what I mean? But congrats to Ozark and his son getting married to a good girl, and that is awesome. So I forgot to say that earlier on in the video, but congrats to Ozark if you're listening. He's going to have a week before he even gets recovered. He might not even see the video tonight, but congrats to Ozark. It's awesome.
Congrats. I think he had about 15, 20 pounds of taco meat on his grill.
I know, but the food. The food is going to be good.
Yep, he can cook, man.
Oh, we got Pat in the side here. Let's go.
Pat.
I just pulled into Harbor Freight. I'm going to go get my stool, but I thought I'd hop in here and see. I saw this old Tony with this new aluminum MIG welder that's got a triangular wave and stuff. And it's like, why learn TIG now? If you can do a decent aluminum MIG weld,
Yep.
I think monkeys will be able to do nice stacks of dimes now.
You got to have a special gun and all that. You got to have a spool gun. So instead of your spools being back on your feeder and pushing your wire through your whip and through your liner, your wire feeder wheels are actually inside of the gun in your hand. It's pretty cool.
Yep. And friction stir welding's bitching.
Oh yeah. Yep. That's crazy. Which stool are you getting from Harbor Freight?
I don't know, something that has a 300-pound GVW, so it's not a man trap.
So I had the one that looked like a biker stool, like a biker seat, a motorcycle seat.
Yeah.
It didn't have a back on it, and it got pretty uncomfortable after a while.
Mhm.
So for long
You know what I
stays,
hate
that
about
one.
those biker seats? The biker seat is if you lean forward, or you got you're bending over or doing stuff like that while you're sitting, it lets you know that your boys need a home.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be doing that. I mean, it does. It gets uncomfortable after a while. So yeah, I get it, man. Those are
It's like
really,
riding an old Schwinn with the banana seat.
yeah, and then having to lean over all the time.
Don't get the tractor seat if you're going to be leaning forward. Got it.
Mhm.
You know what?
Okay.
I actually swapped that stool out. Here, I'll show you. I stole this one from work. It's a computer chair,
Uh-huh.
and I took the the base from that Harbor Freight, the motorcycle stool, and I put this chair on that, and then I put the Harbor Freight stool on the shorter one that this computer chair came off of. That's awesome because I use that for wheeling around the driveway and stuff. I'm upstairs now. It's way better.
Okay, William Gainley.
Tell you one thing, Tin Man, you're in a trade that will never ever go away and is in high demand. I mean, you can move out here and get a job with Boeing. You get a job working for the feds. You get a job where I worked. You know, I mean, the closest thing you're going to get to, you know, the aerospace, you know, the aerospace building is going to be on submarines. Submarine welding is that's a big deal. I mean, talk about X-ray welds and everything like that.
Yeah, no kidding. That's
nuclear
certs. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna leave you guys.
Pat's trying to say adios. All right, we'll see you in a bit, Pat. Good luck with your stool. He's roboting.
Yeah.
Okay, Pat, you're roboting. Okay, William Gainley has a question. I have a few PSAs. I don't know where you're talking about the mark under the receiver. I got a few.
Mark under the rear receiver pin. Mine's upstairs, so I have to go grab it.
Yeah,
and the kids are sleeping, so.
I could probably grab a few, but I don't remember a mark under there. So I don't know.
Under the rear, like on the bottom side of the nub, he's saying for the receiver pin. I guess I never looked. I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird. That should be unmarked. I tell you what, right now PSA is killing it on deals. Everything. They
sure
are killing. Those guys are killing it. Kyle Lusk is here.
Yes.
Kyle, come on here. Here's a link, Kyle. Anyway, PSA is killing it right now. You can get a 5.7 pistol for $300.
They make some pretty badass slides for those the 5.7 rock pistols. They make some really cool slides for those you can get too.
Man, they're just killing it on Glock stuff. Everything. They're making their own ammo now, barrels, everything. So
I just saw they had a special for Glock 19 slides or dagger slides, whatever you want to call it, and it was like one of those goofy looking Zafiri precision, you know, with all the windows and crazy cuts in it and stuff. And it was a copper barrel, threaded suppressor sights, and it had an RMR cut, and it was for like $220.
No, they had them cheaper than that. They had under.
This is for the fancy one, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. Let's do a question here. I don't agree with it. Why do you want open cuts on your slide?
I don't.
Why do you want mud and dirt to get in the cuts on your slide? Everyone's going to these slides that have holes in them.
I can tell you why. It's because they want to show off their bourgeoisie fancy rainbow barrels.
The only thing I can think of is they're lightening it for the red dot that's on there, which you don't need anyway. Why are you making holes in your slides for mud and dirt and everything blowing in there to get in there?
It for looks.
My mind. Why do you want holes in your slide? It drives me crazy. I don't get these people at all.
Just for looks, so you can show off your fancy colored barrels. That's all it is, man.
Who cares about fancy? I'm talking function. Drop that thing in the mud and tell me how you like your holes in your slide after that. It's ridiculous. I don't get it. I'm sorry, I'm old school. Give me a straight slide with no holes in it.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm glad you agree because I don't get it whatsoever. All these guys are going for all these cuts and slides. It's ridiculous. It's stupid.
Some people are into it. Glock's the most customized gun on the market, man.
Yeah,
some people are into it, some aren't.
Look all bling bling, you know.
Yeah.
Is it looks over function? I don't.
Yes, it looks.
Yeah.
I don't
It
get why.
looks. You know,
Kyle, what's up, man? You're muted.
Marketing.
Kyle, how you doing, buddy?
I'm just getting home from work.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
right. You work late.
Yeah, Friday and Saturdays I got to work till 10, which kind of sucks.
It looks like you enjoy tobacco because I see the smoke.
I'm just blowing some smoke. That's all.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought, no, tell me you enjoy tobacco.
I do enjoy tobacco.
All right, America.
My pipe's in the house there.
You don't have to make excuses for loving tobacco.
So I got out shooting. When was that? 2 Sundays ago. And I shot one of these babies.
Wow.
That is a 50 BMG,
Yeah.
and that primer is flat.
Yeah.
She's smushed out pretty good. Lake City, 2011.
Well, a
That
50
probably
will,
got your attention, huh?
Yeah, it was definitely the loudest and heaviest recoil gun I've shot.
a 50 will do that with factory ammo frequently.
It was Freedom Munitions, so I guess you can call that factory, I suppose.
Did you feel the concussion? Usually, if you're standing next to it, you feel it in your chest.
Yep. So he had the howitzer break. It was an Armalite AR-50, so it was a bolt action. So if you were standing to the side,
You feel it.
you got smoked.
Yeah. You feel it. You feel it in the chest, like boom.
It
Yeah.
was awesome.
It's like
Yeah.
somebody tossing you a bowling ball.
No, it's pretty neat.
Hey, John Browning, no one invented a better cartridge. So there you go. It takes down airplanes.
Yeah, right.
That's what the guys sitting there were talking, and one of the guys was like, "So what do you shoot with it?" And he's like, usually just paper targets." And then as soon as he said that, I was like, "Airplanes, helicopters, armored
Everything
cars."
you-
I started laughing.
So,
You can say anything I want.
The burglar that's locked in the gun safe a mile away in your neighbor's house.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
yeah, John Browning, baby. That's
Just kidding,
one,
ATF.
that's one before he kicked off. Yeah. 50 or 20 on an airplane. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You
Hey,
got
Jim, I got a question for you. Now you've installed a few of those Geisley triggers. Did you ever have any problems with your pins walking out?
No.
Huh.
I have Geisleys, no problem.
No, they use that special C clip that cinches onto the trigger pins. At least mine did.
Mine doesn't. No.
Well, it's not really a C clip. It's like, I think it's how the hammer spring is sprung. There's a flat, so it's hard to push your trigger pin in to get past that flat. But once you do, it cinches on pretty good.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
I got a feeling my hammer, that little tension spring you're talking about that fits in the little groove on the pin.
Mhm.
I don't think it's engaging, so I got to keep screwing around with it.
What trigger do you have? I got SSAEs.
This is the unmarked $140 one.
Oh,
No.
okay. What the hell is that?
It's 4.5 pound, and it breaks clean. It's it's pretty
Is that the
nice.
brown? Is that the Brownells one, or is that the one they?
No, this one came from White Oak Armory.
Okay, I forget what the name of that one is.
Yeah, I have standard SSAEs and no trigger pin walking at all.
Mm-hmm.
And
Same
they're
here.
very good trigger.
Yeah, they are.
They
I
are.
didn't know, not to change the subject, but I didn't know that Geisley made triggers for 700s too.
No, I went with the Timony, which I'm very happy with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they make a 2-stage 700 trigger. It's like, huh,
2-stage.
yes.
Wow. 2-stage on a bolt action. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, weird. Hey, that's nice. Okay.
Yeah, I was looking at them. I mean, they're all pricey. They're all expensive. But
I bet it's really light if it's a 2-stage.
I can't
Well-
remember what the I think the first one was 2.5 and the second one was like 1.5 for the brake. I can't remember.
Yeah, because my 700 has a super good trigger. I didn't even mess with the adjustment. I just
Mhm.
put it in out of the box, and I'm like, whoa, that is plenty good. I didn't even try to lighten it, and it's not a 2-stage. It's Timony.
The Timneys are weird though because they have the sear adjustment, they have the over travel adjustment, and there's like 3 different adjustments you can make on them triggers, and you kind of all mess with them all different. Yeah, it's 2 or 3. Yeah, I forget.
It's 2, but I didn't. I just threw it on there, and I'm like, whoa, that's good enough for me.
Yeah,
It's perfectly.
Yeah, pretty much
good.
any of your name brand, guns nowadays, like your Rugers or Remingtons. The triggers that go into those guns anymore are all lawyers' triggers, and they're just horrible. They really they ruin the accuracy of the gun.
except for my Beretta. My Beretta has a wonderful trigger on it.
Your pistol,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and you know what? Mine does too.
Mhm.
It's actually pretty nice for what it is. It's stock out of the box.
Yeah.
You're talking about after all the take up.
Yeah, the Beretta one. I mean, it's got like it's a really light brake, and there's not much of a wall on my Beretta. It's kind of weird.
But you got a
It's
long
nice.
take up. You got a long take up.
Double action shot, yeah, on your first double action shot. But once it cycles, then you only have a short, pickup on it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that there's a company that makes an adjustable rear sight for that. You can go to, I think it's Amazon. You can go to Amazon and get it. It's like $50
For an
And-
adjustable rear sight for the.
the real sight for the 92s, and you just drive out the plain Jane rear sight.
They're mine are milled into the slide. I can't take mine out. There's no dovetail on mine. Hang on, let me double check.
on your
Yeah,
92.
you should have a dovetail on the back.
Yeah,
The front is screwed.
I'm looking at mine right now. And,
Yeah, it's the front. The front is the one.
Nope, you're right. I'm wrong. It is a dovetail. Huh, I'll be damned.
It's your front. It's your front that's screwed. You're screwed with the front.
Yeah, go to Amazon. They're like 50 some dollars, and they're rounded off at the end, and they got the micrometer click and the whole bit, and they fit right on the stock pistol. So, yeah, you can get an adjustable rear sight for it. I really don't. This pistol at 25 yards shoots low. I actually have to hold the front sight in the black in order to make it shoot in the black.
Really? Because mine's opposite. Mine shoots really high.
Really? Huh?
Mm-hmm. And I don't know if this is just a slide.
Yeah.
But I got that fiber optic front sight from, I think Wilson Combat did that for me.
Uh-huh.
They actually put a hole in and put that fiber optic insert
Yeah.
in there. And ever since then, man, this thing shoots like at 10 yards. It's like 4 inches high. It's crazy.
Okay. Good night, Michael Hurtnick.
Yeah, man, I'll have to check out that adjustable rear sight. That's awesome because I have a sight pusher. One thing, I'm assuming I have to take out the safety decocker in order to use that sight pusher. Well, maybe
I don't know.
because that decocker sticks out pretty far on the sides.
It depends on your pusher. If you're high enough, you're okay. Good job, boy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we have family issues.
We do.
Someone broke a window. All right. Well, we'll get back to you if you got to take care of that. Yeah, the Beretta, the trigger is super long before the brake, but once you get there, it's kind of a fixed barrel. So, bam. Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. Berettas are accurate. If you know how to shoot, they are very accurate. They're an accurate pistol.
The barrel is pretty much fixed, and it's great for a suppressor also. Yeah.
That's one of my really good shooting guns. Dude, I can hit 50-yard steel like nothing with that thing.
Now, Thorzax, the rear sight you were talking for that, is it more like a target sight, bigger blade?
No, it's actually made so where you can holster the pistol. You don't have to worry about square, sharp edges. It's kind of rounded over a little bit. A friend of mine just put one on his 92.
Yeah, but does it come back and then have a big blade for more visual? Or is it just where it sits in the dove?
You'd really have to go to the site. I couldn't describe it, but from what I understand,
does the rear sight sit where the old sight does? Or
yes.
yes. Okay. All right.
If you're talking about like taking a Bomar and putting it on a 45 where it hangs over the back, it doesn't do that.
Okay. All right. That's what I was wondering about. Okay.
I'll have to look into that. That'd be awesome if I could actually not have to do Kentucky windage, 3 inches low at my targets.
Yeah, if you had an adjustable, you can always tweak with your front sight though. Yeah.
Not mine.
But you're shooting what? High or low?
I'm shooting high.
Yeah, just to show you, Tin Man.
Mine's all right. Just take off the front sight.
Yeah.
I can't.
No,
it's milled into the slide.
No, I'm wrong. Yeah, you need a taller front sight.
I mean, I got a hacksaw. I could probably try it.
No, I'm wrong. Your front sight's too. You're wrong. I'm wrong.
Yeah.
See, this is where a welder comes in handy.
You need a longer front sight.
Low, you can run a bead on that and then form it.
I wonder if anyone out there makes a taller front sight though.
I don't see how they can.
Have to get it built and put in there with a dovetail. I think Wilson does that.
I don't know, man. There ain't much room on that front shroud. You can't put a dovetail in that shroud. It's only like 1/8 inch thick. Unless you build it up with weld and then mill it.
Yep, that's how they did it back in the day.
Yeah. Huh. I'll be damned. Do you know what brand that rear sight is by chance?
Oh man, you'd have to ask me that. See, this is just all passed down information from a friend of mine that he lives down in Tacoma, and he's going to start. Well, he used to do it quite a bit. He used to go out and shoot a lot of bullseye back in the day. Except for he doesn't have a 45 right now. All he's got is this 92. So he's going to go ahead and shoot a 2700. Well, not 27. He's going to shoot a 1600 with his 22 and his Beretta.
Nice.
Kind of get into it. I'll tell you what. I learned a lot from that guy, man. He was an AME shooter. He was a 4-time Air Service champion. I mean, he 4 times he came in.
He can shoot.
You can say, "Oh man, this dude is just man. He's a laser beam."
It's awesome. Yeah, I'll have to look into that site. I think I'd be okay with whatever brand it is, as long as it's not like Fuxing Ping brand. You know what I mean?
Right. I think that you drive it into the dovetail, and he said there was something like a set screw that you run down, and that holds it in place.
William said there might be a spring under that rear sight too. We can't remember. I'll have to look at some videos and see. I'm sure Brownells has got a video on replacing that dovetail, or somebody does.
This guy, William Gainley, yeah, I've seen that before. Beretta sells a slide. They actually make a pistol, a 92, that has a milled dovetail for the front sight. Yeah. But when they mill the front sight into the pistol, you're screwed.
Mm-hmm.
You're screwed.
Unless you get an adjustable rear.
And like I said, if you have a welder and you can weld, you can build it up with weld and then reform it with a file, and then just go ahead and glue it. And you do a real good job. Nobody's going to know the difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I might have to check that site out for sure. 'Cause that's my one gripe with this thing. It shoots super high.
Yeah.
I had my old 9mm load that I was only pushing that 124 at like 1,050 feet per second. Mm-hmm. And that was like 2 inches high at 10 yards. But then I switched over to 5.2 grains of power pistol, and that's pushing it at like 1150 or something like that. And it shoots way higher.
Yeah.
So I got to do something.
Well, I'll tell you what. There's a reason why Paul Harrell really enjoys his Model 92.
Mm-hmm.
They are accurate. They're a reliable pistol. They're big. They're a service pistol. They're not for
Mhm.
conceal and that sort of thing, but they're very reliable, and they've been making that design forever.
Yep.
Yeah,
Very solid gun. I'm glad I bought it. And
Yep. and they're cheap too. They're only, when I bought that one was like $400. That was
that's
it.
right. Yep.
Yeah, walked out the door. There was $400.
Nowadays, you can't touch one for under like 650 or 700.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I bought mine, and I think it was Dick's. They were having I heard a radio ad. They were having everything 25% off. So I called them. I said, "Hey, does that include firearms?" They said, "Yeah." So I was on my way back from the Quad Cities. I turned right around and went right back down there and bought it. I think I paid like $350 for it.
Oh man, that you got to steal, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Didn't plan on buying a gun that day, but the radio said, "Hey, we're having a sale."
Hey, Jim, you were talking about PSA when they started making their AR-10. I bought one in 6.5 Creedmoor. That is a nice gun, and it was offered with a 2-stage trigger that I went for. I don't know whether it's a Geisler or not, but right out of the box, I was shooting 1-inch MOA with it.
Yeah, it could be PSA's to the stage trigger. So yeah.
Yeah.
Does it have an SS mark on it?
You know, I've never paid any attention.
Yeah, the SS. It's made by a different company, but it's a good decent 2-stage trigger. I got a few of those, and they're awesome.
Well, back in the day, like you say, when they started coming out with that stuff, PSA had killer prices on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but now PSA is producing and manufacturing their own stuff on new machinery, and man, they're kicking ass right now. Everyone else has to look out because they're kicking everyone's butt.
And they're making pretty good stuff.
Oh my gosh! If you want a Glock, just get theirs for half the price.
Get the full dagger for what, $249?
You get a dagger for $250 versus a Glock for what, $600 now, and it beats the crap out of it. So,
I wanted one here in Washington, but they put that 10-round magazine ban on us, so I can't get one now.
Well, that might change.
Well, we're hoping it will. You know,
with the California stuff going on, yeah, that might change.
Yeah, California, it's kind of like. You don't know if it's going to happen, but
what I just saw something on that. I think Guns and Gadgets was talking about it. They maybe it was Arm Scholar. They kicked it back down. It got, I don't know. It's been kicked back and forth so many times, and they're trying to get it to go up to the Supreme Court. That'd be nice.
Yeah,
we're in the Ninth Circuit, but up here they went to one of their East Coast or Eastern Washington judges, and she said, "Oh yeah, that's perfectly legal." So now they got to kick it around some more, some kind of an appellate court or some damn thing.
Yeah, I'm surprised Eastern Washington said no to that, or they upheld that. I thought Eastern Washington was kind of
Eastern Washington is.
They are. And this gal, she was in favor of the first round, and then she flip flopped second time. I think the governor and the attorney generals.
Just so you know, Eastern Washington's conservative.
That's what I thought.
Seattle and bullshit on the West Coast that's bad.
Yeah.
Well, this guy was on the East Coast.
As a matter of fact, Eastern Washington would rather join Idaho, just like Eastern Oregon. They would love to join Idaho right now as a state. They would love that.
Apparently not that judge.
Well, she sided with the Second Amendment the first go around, then she flip flopped on the second appeal or whatever it was.
Somebody threw her a bunch of money or slid her a picture of JFK or something. Who knows?
We got a governor and a attorney general that's just total against Second Amendment.
Mm-hmm.
They want to follow old Newsom down there in California.
Okay,
Yeah.
I went brain dead. Is your Beretta shooting high or low?
High.
Okay, so you got to lower your front sight or get a different rear, right?
Yep.
How much front sight you got? You got an. What are you shooting at? What range are you shooting where it's shooting low?
Any range. It's shooting high.
Shooting high. Okay.
So the front sight has to go lower.
Taller.
which-
No, if it's shooting high, your front sight has to be taller.
Correct. Yep. It's gonna go taller. I'm not messing with the front sight though. Like
Yeah,
I said,
so
it's
you
it's
can't-
it's,
you
milled, it's
can't-
milled in, it's milled into the slide, so I'm not dicking with it.
Yeah, that's a bummer with the milled sight. All right, you're
Yeah.
down to a rear sight that needs to adjust that then.
Hey, that ain't a big deal though. I got a sight pusher.
I'm sure if you Google, you'll find an adjustable rear sight for the Beretta. Hopefully,
Yep. I just never really thought about it. I could have swore that rear sight was milled in too, but I was wrong. I'm pleasantly surprised actually.
no, that one goes right to left drift.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the front is the one that's in there for good.
Mm.
It's a piece of the slide.
Yeah,
All right.
Adjustable would be cool. That way, if I ever change my load, just do a few clicks.
Yeah.
Not that I can shoot well enough to know a difference, anyways. But
What are people? I lost the side chat here. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, guys, I think I'm going to get out of here. Good talking to all of you.
Hey, Robert, it was great to have you on here, and come anytime.
We'll do it again.
All right.
Kurt, you better go to bed. Get some sleep.
yeah, I'm working on it.
Okay. Catch you
All right.
later.
Good seeing you,
All right.
Robert. Take
Yeah.
care, man.
You
All
too.
right. Good to see you, buddy.
All righty.
Have a good night.
Yeah,
Reloading since he was 16. That is awesome.
that is awesome. Damn, I think I was 27 when I started.
Yeah, that is so awesome. I can't remember when I started, but that 16, that is freaking awesome. He's got me by a ton.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's a bunch of ruckus going on upstairs. I'm going to go check out and see what's going on up there. I think the
All right.
little ones up there going nuts. I can hear running around the pitter patter right now. So
As long as you don't hear shattered windows. Did you ever fix the one or no?
yep, it's taken care of.
Okay.
Yep. Then I got to get up and work. I'll probably work 9 to 5 tomorrow too, or 10 to 5 whenever I get there. Yep.
I'm
tomorrow.
sorry, guys. I'm still here. It's just I don't have a whatever the hell kind of pistol y'all were talking about.
Oh, 92.
So I had no valuable information. So
I probably don't either, and I own one, so don't feel bad.
Okay, Tin Man, if you come back and we're gone, you know why. Okay. So
Right on.
all right.
All right. Good talking to you guys. Take care. Kyle, Dave, Jim.
Take care of the
Yes, sir.
kids.
good
Yep.
to see you, brother.
Okay, you too.
Hey, Tin Man,
Yeah, thanks.
Tin Man,
for
I'll
calling.
find out who makes that. I'll find out who makes that rear sight, and I will email that to you.
Cool. That'd be awesome, man. I appreciate that.
I'll ask Chris next time I talk to him. What the brand was.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks. I appreciate that.
You bet.
All right. Take care, guys.
All
Nice
right.
side chat.
Good
See you
night,
later.
Tin Man. Take care of the family. All right. We should knock her down anyway. What we got 2 hours, almost 3 hours. I need a few minutes to do next week, so we should shut this down soon. Just in case I need minutes for next week. What is the date today? Damn it. I have no idea.
It's the
Tomorrow-
30th. It's the
Okay.
30th.
Next week is okay. All right. I might be okay.
Yeah, tomorrow is the 1st.
I think StreamYard starts for me on the 3rd now instead of the 6th. So we might be okay. I haven't been getting spam from them for over the limit. So let's see. We got 12 people left on the side chat. I missed all your replies lately. Uncle John's still here. Hobbies is still here. Michael is still here. Anyway,
My side chat's not popping up. Or maybe
Hey,
it,
it's
yeah,
good.
it just changed. Okay.
It's good to see you, Kyle. I hope
Good to see
everything's
you guys.
good. Yeah, hope
Yeah.
it's all good.
They just working me to death
Hmm.
for bullshit pay, but it's enough.
Hey,
Well,
you know, you're being taken care of there, Kyle. There was a time there where you were just like, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. And
Yeah.
now you're starting to cover your bases, and dude. that's what it
The best thing about Kyle's job, he can walk down the street and eat lunch at home.
Yeah.
I think Angel's going to get that Jeep.
That is awesome to be close to home, though.
Oh, hell yeah. I finally bought gas for the first time since Valentine's Day.
You what?
I have to apologize to everyone. I might have gotten that backwards with the taller front sight and the lower. Yeah, I might have gotten that all fucked up. So I have to apologize. You know,
I got mixed up too. It sounds like he needs a taller rear and a shorter front. So you can't change the front. What was he shooting, high or low? I get mixed up.
he was shooting too high.
Okay, shooting high. Okay, so he needs a taller front. All right, whatever. I don't like fixed sights on slides because you can't change it.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, that Smith Model 10, that Israeli Smith Model 10, that heavy barrel I got, that thing is perfect. I mean, at 25 yards, I have shot 125, 158 grain, 140 grain, the wad cutters, the whole bit, and they all shoot in the black with the same point of hold. I cannot believe how well built that gun is. It is just awesome. Man, it is a Smith Model 10 with fixed sights, heavy barrel. But man, that thing shoots good. Oh, man, that thing shoots good.
That is one of my favorites. I should have kept more. I got one and I kept it.
Yeah.
The
It's
Smith
great.
Model 10 heavy barrel is the best. One of my favorite Smith & Wessons ever.
The 4-inch balance on that pistol is perfect.
Yep.
It is. It's awesome.
And the barrel looks so cool. It's beefy.
Yeah.
Yeah. People overlooked it because they wanted a 357, whatever. That is one of my favorite Smith & Wessons ever made.
Yeah.
There's a few, but that's one of them.
I like the 15. 15. I got a Model 15 that I really like. Well, that gun shoots really good.
So do I. But I like that fixed barrel 10.
I got a 6-inch 14. I never shoot it. And not just that, I feel like the trigger is way, way, way too light on that thing. I mean, it is just, it's the K38 masterpiece, and masterpiece is a good way to put it. But man, I'm telling you what, that gun, it's really touchy to shoot. I don't enjoy shooting it. I'm actually thinking about maybe if I find something else or something that I'd really shoot more, I'd probably end up sending it down the road. But it's part of my collection of Smiths. So I have a 40.
No. You got to hang on to that. I had the 5-screw K38. That was the target gun revolver ever made.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of those. I had a 5-screw, and then what did they call it after the K38? Whatever. And then I had 22s that were the same K-frame.
You got something I'm jealous about. You got one of those 422s. Those little 22 Smith and Wessons that they offered back in the 90s.
Yeah,
Those are actually really good pistols. They're really good pistols for what you bought them for. They're excellent. I mean, I've shot them and they shoot dead center, man. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I thought I think they quit making those because of manufacturing cost.
Yeah.
Because they're intricate, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another good one. I have two, and I'm gonna keep those. But I wish I would have kept my K38 5-screw and the 22 that was a 5-screw.
My K38 Masterpiece is not a 5-screw. It's actually a -4, and which it's still a nice gun, but man, I'll tell you, that thing is so touchy. And then I got a K17 Masterpiece. It's the exact same size, same barrel length and everything. It's just this 22 long rifle. And
I had two 17s. One was a 5-screw. One was more modern, and I had the 18, the 4-inch 22 revolver.
Yeah, it's like going through the whole thing about what you used to drive around in high school, considering beater cars. All those cars are collector's items now.
Yeah, they're crazy. They're crazy price now. I was paying like $250 for these things.
I told you in my hand, I was holding a 1950 Target 44 Special, and God, I really wanted to pull the trigger on that and buy it. But then I thought, you know what, Dave? It's a nice gun to have, but are you really going to go out and shoot it? And not just that, your eyes have aged now, and it's a target pistol, and it's a collectible. So you got to go out and shoot it, or is it going to sit in your gun safe? I had to ask myself some very serious questions there. I would love to have it, but I want a shooter as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of things become too collectible and pretty, and you can't shoot them and enjoy them. So
yeah,
down the road they go. Sell them to someone that's going to pay the money and get 2 guns for that price. That's what I did when I moved. So yeah, but I wish I would have kept a lot of those guns. Now I would have really loved them here. So whatever.
You need to do a video with those 422s again. Pumpkins. Now that it's fall, you get the little pumpkins down there at the grocery store, and set them out there on rocks and stuff, and you can do your little thing with a duck and all that stuff. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool for video. Some cheap shooting, some cheap thrills, but you know what? That's a lot of fun.
Well, my little 2213, I call a Hitman gun that you put a can on. It's this big.
Mm-hmm.
I bought that from a Vietnam vet that was on Iwo Jima, the island. He was a Marine. He stormed the island, and he said, "Hey, my son has this gun, and he doesn't shoot it much. I'll sell it to you." And I was like, "Oh, hell yeah!" And I'm going to keep that forever. I'm sure he passed away now. He was really old, but he was a really good friend of mine, and he knew Carlos Hathcock.
Wow.
He personally knew Carlos Hathcock, so he's been to his house and all that, and he was the greatest guy, and I'm going to keep that pistol forever. And it was brand new in the container and everything. So that's probably my favorite little 22 to shoot suppressed. Yeah.
If cans didn't cost so much and it wasn't all that paperwork, I'd be totally wanting to get one. But
yeah, I was hoping they drop the law on that crap, or at least let Texas and Utah have free cans, but they're not doing it right now, so we'll see.
That's crazy.
I know. There's nothing. Everyone out there, well, we got 11 left. People out there, if you don't have a 22 can, you don't know what you're missing with standard velocity ammo.
Yeah.
It is
a slap of the bolt. That's it.
It's crazy quiet. And I've been working on a video for the last 2 days, 44 Magnum suppressed, or no, 44 special.
Oh,
And
wow.
it's silly quiet. The load I loaded up for this is stupid quiet and it's accurate. And I'm trying to do that video for CW. I don't think it's going to work out, but man, that round I got going that I made up for that with Trail Boss, that is crazy quiet in a 44 special lever action.
Oh, yeah.
West Covina is back.
Hey, everybody.
I think I'm going to let Pat take the reins, and I'm going to go ahead and bounce out, and you and Kyle and Pat can go ahead and chat. I'm going to go ahead and bounce out. So you guys have a good night, all right?
Okay, Thors, have a good one and take care. Hope shoulder's feeling good.
Peace to all you guys.
Hey, Dave.
Man.
Hi, Dave. Bye, Dave.
Yep. See you later, Pat.
See you later, dude.
Okay, good night, Dave. Pat, where are you at?
I'm in Mission Viejo, down the street from the mission, and I'm working on lights. So I needed a stool because, well, I unloaded all the shit out of my car onto the workbench here. And what we're doing is we're changing the little LED fuckers right here that are burned out on the strip. And we're doing the LED drivers. And there's my Craigslist score for light fixtures. Working on that.
Holy crap. So
Yeah, that worked out. That was $1,000 for 21 light fixtures.
holy crap.
That's not bad at all.
What are you doing? A studio or what?
No, I'm doing the parking lot of a car dealer.
Oh, okay, I got you. I was gonna say, holy crap. You're doing movies in your garage. Okay. All right, I got it.
Well,
I didn't want to say what kind of movies. All right.
well, that could be fun.
Oh.
Yeah, I could be a producer with a casting couch.
Oh, goodness gracious. Great balls of fire.
Well, let's see. We've been going for 3 hours now, and I wanted to hop on in a hurry because looks like you were going to hop off here, and
Yeah.
I'm still working. So,
So you're at work.
yes.
Oh, okay. And you know, I still have 2 pairs of your glasses you left here. All right.
Don't worry. They're 99 cents each.
They're they're the wrong magnification for me. Yeah. All right.
You know, Pat, he only gets the good stuff.
Oh, he gets good food. I know that.
Oh, yeah. Well, not here. This is, this used to be like 15 years ago. It was hoity-toity Orange County. Women in poodles with poodles and that kind of shit everywhere. But it's gone downhill. No graffiti yet.
Yeah. Now it's transvestites and poodles. Yes. All right.
No, the bums still wear ties here.
Yeah, but they still poop on the sidewalk.
Yes, but they wear ties.
That's just so they can wipe.
The guys there, please help me. Would you like some oranges? They've got fucking ties on.
Oh my gosh. You're going to have to go to your other house to relax. All right.
Uncle Jim's got relaxo pants. Pat's
Oh, yeah.
got a relaxo house.
Hey, I'm wearing my Buffalo. I got the Buffalo collection. Can you guys No, we're not. No. Can you guys? Okay, let's go on the floor.
Oh God.
I got the Buffalo collection.
Come on, Pat. You're supposed to be producing this.
I got the Buffalo Relaxos. Yes. Sorry about that, people.
Was that Godzilla?
I'll be right back. I gotta get my stool.
You know, my dad had a joke about pushing in your stool at the bar, but we won't cover that. All right.
Oh man, this is getting good.
Kyle, you got it.
Does this involve peanuts?
All right. Where did Pat go?
He went to go give a stool sample or something.
Oh, geez.
Isn't that what he said? He went to go retrieve his stool.
I don't know. It just reminds me of a bad joke a long time ago. All right. Let's go back inside.
I've got a joke that you would think was funnier than anything, but I'm kind of scared to say it on your live chat.
Well, you don't have to be scared about our live chat.
All right, get ready.
Set, go.
So this guy orders an inflatable love doll on the internet, gets it to the house, blows it up, and he's going to town. And he tries to he goes to play a prank on his buddy. He says, "Man, I got this woman over here. I just can't satisfy her. Can you come over here and help me out?" He said, "Yeah, I'll be here in a minute." Hello. So the guy shows up. Said, "Where's she at?" He said, "In the bedroom. Where do you think she's at?"
Enter to Bluetooth.
So he goes in there.
Bluetooth connected.
And then he comes out with this ghostly look on his face. And the guy's like, "Well, what happened?" He said, "Well, I went to bite her on the neck and put her in the mood, and she farted real loud and flew out the window."
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh. Okay, Pat is back. What's up? Are you there, Pat? We can't hear you. We can see you.
And
Oh, geez, we lost him. Damn it. Yeah, Uncle John, my dad, had the best jokes ever. Yes. He was a very funny guy. Okay, Pat, let's try him again. There you go. Man, I saw a lift. Oh my gosh. I would love that lift doing oil changes.
Oh, yeah.
I would love a lift. Oh. Man, I take 3 days to recover.
I can't believe they allow those hydraulic cylinders in California.
It takes 3 days to recover from my back being on cement doing oil changes.
All right. You got they're probably too much, but you can scrounge. They have the little hydraulic scissor lifts that $800. Get stuff high enough to do a tire rotation.
Yeah, that'd be nice. It'd be real nice. We thought about it. Otherwise, we're gonna dig a pit.
Oh, that'd be even better.
Yeah, we might dig a pit. All right. Good night. All right. Good night.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it tonight too. I'm tired and I gotta work on a gazebo tomorrow for our wedding.
Your wedding is tomorrow also?
No.
Oh,
Mine's April the 13th.
okay. All right. Ozark. All right. Ozark's son's getting married tomorrow.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah. All right, Kyle. Love you. Thanks for coming on, buddy.
All right, guys. Love all y'all on the side chat and love the panel. I gotta go to bed.
Okay.
Hi,
Good night.
Kyle.
Love you, bud. All right, Pat. What's going on?
Oh, rough week with these lights. I got a scissor lift rented, and the level sensor on it. The parking lot's not level enough to raise the scissor lift.
No.
And
Are you crazy? I use scissor lifts on all kinds of. I use scissor lifts on all kinds of terrain.
All right. Let's just say I'm pissed because it's like they close 4:30 Friday. I go out there to go up, and it stops at 10 feet and beeps at me. And I don't want to put ramps under a scissor lift.
That's I don't get the modern scissor lifts because we used to run around and I'd be doing this, running around high and low while the guys. Man, I don't get that.
Yeah. So that's the pisser. I'd have the lights temporarily done if the damn scissor lift was working. And now, what sucks is I hate making fucking excuses. And, when the boss asks you, your light's done yet, Pat? To him and Han say, nah, that's bullshit. So I'm not happy about that. The other thing I'm not happy about is these fucking assholes, excuse my French, on these LED units. So it's like this multi-million-dollar fucking company with a board of directors and a fucking parts division and an architect division and all this shit. And you call them for spare parts, and it's like,
Oh man.
So, I went from, hey, can I get the LED drivers? They might be under warranty. I get some chick who's got like family troubles, 3 days to get back to me. Fill out this form. Maybe we'll send you some. Take pictures of the lights. Oh, sorry, they're not under warranty. So I called back the sales guy. He said I needed to talk to her. I said, look, I already got the drivers picked out, but I need these LEDs because I got like 20 of them down. He's like, well, we'll look around the warehouse, but we probably don't have them. And it's like, okay, call me back with the specs on the actual little surface mount SMD LEDs so that, I can get some from China. Nothing. 2 days worth. Just fucking awful. And I was thinking on the way here, this is the problem in life with all these new companies. Is like they'll build shit and then won't support it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they won't back it.
Well, yeah, I got that was the problem here. I had 3 different manufacturers of lights, and 2 of them are out of business, and the third one is just a bunch of fucking jackoffs. They'll sell me a new lamp, no problem. They got those in the box, but parts, no.
Yeah, no, you're not going to get parts. Oh, that sucks.
Well, let's see. Other than that, Sylvia got a job. She starts on the 9th.
Okay, they fired her over They fired her over the Trump Cup and other things.
Uh-huh.
She's got a new job, right? That's great.
Yep.
All right, way to go, Sylvia.
So yeah, it's a move up in life. She's going to be a Bentley warranty administrator.
Bentley?
Yeah, it's a Bentley Porsche dealer.
A Bentley, the car?
Yeah.
Oh wow! Holy crap! That's for the rich folk. Okay. Damn. All right. I hope she loves her new job and she's happy.
I think she's just going to love having money.
All right, Sylvia, we're pulling for you, Sylvia. All right.
Yep. All right, what else? Oh, that's about it.
Hey, I would love to have that garage right now. I would love to have that garage. Winter is coming. So that garage would be awesome right now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, if I had a lift, I'd be in heaven right now.
Wow. Well, you've got a strapping young son. Make use of it.
Yeah, but I'm doing all the jacking, and for some reason I'm doing all the jacking and oil changes right now. And
Yeah, I think
we gotta get ready for winter. October is coming, so I have a feeling that we're gonna get a tough snow early in October. So before Halloween, we might get dumped on. So I got to get ready for this stuff.
Yeah, I think you're going to need a lawn chair and a bullhorn and quality time with the sun.
I've already put them through crap. Yeah. I've already put them through hell already, but okay, thanks, Thorzax. Yeah. So, hey, winter is coming. I know you've been waiting for a plowing video, and the first one's going to be for you. The first plowing video is going to be for you.
Well, that'll be good. Well, I'm due. It's been a year.
I'm thinking, judging by reports, we might have snow before Halloween. So if we do, we'll do a Jamaica run and a plowing. And then Uncle Jim might be dead after that. Yeah. After the Jamaican run. I can't do that anymore. I'm going to get killed. All right.
You'll be fine.
No.
Bastards. It's not a stool, it's a stool kit.
Ah, jeez. It's a kit. Where is this? Where's the seat part? It's China, China.
All right.
There's
a
seat on Uncle John. Okay, that doesn't look bad.
Oh, wow. It's got instructions and an owner's manual.
Yeah, instructions from China.
Yeah. This could be fun.
Mei hao. That's all I speak in Chinese. That's all I
All
can.
right.
That's all I can speak in Chinese. Mei hao.
Well, I like that you buy a fucking stool and there's a half page of safety precautions.
Of course there is. And they probably have a California warning. It probably causes cancer in California too.
No, but it's telling me I have to save the manual.
Okay. It's like a mattress. You can't pull the tag. Okay. All right.
It says failure to read this manual can result in serious injury. What, are they going to come by my house and kick my ass? I don't understand. Okay. Lawyers.
I'm gonna have to light up another smoke after that one.
Yeah. I'm thinking, Jim, you know, I told a good friend of mine who was an attorney, a very high dollar divorce attorney, by the way. I told him, when the revolution comes, you'll be first up against the wall, friends or not.
All right, it's tobacco time. I need more tobacco. All these rules are messing with me. I gotta have a tobacco.
I'm going to have a greenhouse gas offset in California here for this.
Okay, so in the garage we put these big round LED lights, and they work awesome, except for one. Only one of them crapped out, but they've been really good.
All right, I have learned something new now doing this light job. This is my first ever fucking light job. The commercial stuff runs on 120 or 277. So if you get a big ass 200 watt light unit for the parking lot, it'll work fine.
Yeah, so you're doing a parking lot?
Yeah, here. These are the ones I'm fixing right now.
Okay, a parking lot is different. Yeah. Oh man. Okay. All right. You're totally different level than that. All right.
Anyway, they're 20 foot up on poles.
Tin Man says it's Pat in the shitter. No, he's not in the Santa can. Uncle John is trying to speak Chinese. No. All right, so you're doing parking lot lights that are LED, totally cluster. All right, that's different.
But what I'm thinking, Jim, is at least for the garage in Vegas, I mean, you go to Home Depot and, it's amateur hour. If you go on Craigslist and look for the commercial shit, it works fine.
Yeah. Okay. See right above my head here, right there.
Uh-huh.
Let me turn these on. These are awesome. Okay. Let me turn those on. Okay, you probably noticed a different brightness right now.
Yeah.
And that little son of a bitch, these guys are totally awesome.
All right.
It's hard to tell on camera, but you guys know that everything is bright now. And we're only missing one because it had some kind of control problem. And we got another one of those. But I tell you what, LED rocks.
These are the 200 watt units that I picked up from the Craigslist. So there's my detail guy working on a car. With the I don't know. Well, you can't actually see the light because it's too bright. Sorry. But yeah, they're bright.
Yeah, outdoor parking. I have no idea what they do for those. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I thought.
Uh-oh.
Bitching.
All right, you were breaking up a little bit.
Okay, well, that's because of the back in. So what have you been up to, Jim, other than, I just for the sake of the chat, all the way here in Mission Viejo,
A punch?
nope, that's a lead decapping pin.
Is that a Stockley or aftermarket?
Nope, it's Squirrel Daddy, aftermarket.
Squirrel Daddy, okay. I haven't tried one of those yet. I still have some leaves they sent for free, so. Anyway, we're talking electric. Electric cars aren't environmentally friendly, and they're not there yet. So there's that.
Yeah. If they were cheap, what the hell? But yeah, not 40 grand.
No. Let's see. Tin Man replied, do you guys see that Lee is selling double-ended decapping pins now? Hey, I didn't know that, Tin Man. I didn't know that, Tin Man. There were wow, okay. Double-ended. Why the double-ended? Okay. All right.
Wow.
Stop squeal.
Yeah. And I've taken home for Sylvia.
Is that for? I hate to ask. Is that for the bedroom or what?
I think so. But I don't know. It says it's corrosive, flammable, don't eat. So maybe not for the bedroom.
I think we okay. Next time Idaho Rogers is on here, you're gonna show that.
Oh, how is Dave?
You know what? He popped in, but he's on the road, and you're echoing. Sir.
Oh, sorry. Okay now?
Yeah. What do you got? What is up there? You got some square bar that's running.
I'm unzip tying the stool kit.
You know, for your parking lot for the money. Let's see if we can capture this. Oh, let's see. Okay, your parking lot for the money are these under $3 LED lights right here.
My wife started asking me if you're gonna close the door. Or
No, I got a side door right here. You can close the door. Tell them unplug the light.
okay, you got it.
Oh my God. Wow. Okay.
E. All right.
Which one? That one.
So is that a round LED light?
No, this is a stool bottom.
Oh,
It
geez.
says, under penalty of law, do not remove this tag. And notice, this article meets the flammability requirements of California Bureau of Electronic and Appliance Repair. Yep.
Well, there goes the cigarettes. All right. So much for smoking, huh?
Yep. Those garage LEDs are pretty good, Jim, that you got.
Yeah, the round ones are good. We just had one. We had one stinker. See that one right there? We had one stinker and we got a replacement. Other than that, they're brighter than hell. They're too bright. Yeah. We can see everything now. But LED is crap. I tell you that. I love LED.
Yep. I agree.
And I'm super impressed with the $3 ones we got on closeout. They are awesome. They're almost as good as these big fuckers. I tell you what, 10 years from now, electrical is going to be awesome.
Oh, well, I made a new discovery. Let me show you one of these. I had no idea. What are they called? Wagos. They got Wago connectors for AC. You know how we all use wire nuts?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. Where is the fucking thing? Here it is. You push them in and just click the little lever down.
And
That's
that
it.
cuts into the wire.
Yeah. So. Okay. Oh shit! Wrong way. Okay. So. There's the fucking camera. Oh, there we go.
All right. So that splices right into the wire, right?
Yeah, so it's a better connection than the a wire nut. It's solid, and you just flip the lever. It's too fucking easy.
Okay. I worry about the clear plastic, though. Oof.
Well, same company on these push-ins. These are 20 years old. And where are we? Yeah. So these push-ins are 20 years old with the clear plastic.
Wow.
They're fine.
All right. Okay. There you go.
Now they got the lever ones. And the lever ones is just fucking great.
All right. I like easy.
Yep. So no more wire nuts for me. I'm done. Never again.
Yeah.
There's actually I got an outlet at the house. That, if you jiggle a little.
Uh-oh, you froze up. All right, you froze up on me, Pat.
Sorry about that.
You're good now.
So how are you doing on minutes for this month?
How am I doing on what? What did you say, med or what?
How many hours for StreamYard do we have left?
I'm probably done for the month, and I got until the 3rd now. We could be screwed for next week. I don't know. They haven't tormented me with emails yet, so I'll have to go to the account and see. Oh shit! Oh, there you are. All right. Tin Man wants to hear about the Jiggy outlet.
All right. So there's an outlet outside that it doesn't have enough fucking wire because it's been cut and repaired too many times. And it's got about a 40-foot run that I'd have to replace, and probably all the conduit too. And then I'd probably find out that the siding is rotted by termites and have to do the siding. And when I get the siding off, I'd probably find, oh no, the fucking wall's bad. I got to do that. So it's that house. You don't want to fucking start anything. Yeah.
James Fuller said that Tin Man likes Jiggy things. Yeah. Yeah. You know that happens. I just got propane filled up, and the guy told me it's 23 years on the valves, so we might need to change our valves within a couple years. Which isn't too bad. I thought it'd be more money, but it's like $75 a valve, whatever. All right. They're the ones that go to the house, the big plastic valve. So
Yeah.
we'll deal with that later, hopefully under Trump.
Oh yeah.
I tell you
Yeah.
what, I was really surprised. I ordered propane 2 days ago, and they said, "Hey, we still have summer prices." So it was $1.49 a gallon for propane, which I thought was amazing under Biden right now. I thought that was amazing. So I'm like, hell yeah, fill us up. So we're good for the all winter. Yeah.
Well, fucking A, all right. Because natural gas right now, because of this Ukraine bullshit, Russia cutting off Europe, is fucking insane.
I know. We had natural gas at our other house in the city, or in the suburbs, and we're still paying way less here than we are there. Even under Biden prices, we're still doing good. I was expecting like $2 a gallon under Biden. Usually we pay $99 a gallon, but for $1.49, I will take that all day long. And we've never had home heat any cheaper than moving out here. So even at the highest prices, it's still good. We're saving like a third living here on heat with a bigger home, twice the size. So
yeah,
figure that out. So I was pretty happy. I was surprised. Yeah. Even though I'm used to $99 a gallon.
Good night. Hold on, Jim. Be right back.
Okay.
What? Well, go ahead. I got the door over here. Good night. Yeah. Thorzax, we got hydro here, so electricity's pretty cheap right now. Even though it went up a little bit because of Biden, electricity is cheap also. So we're pretty damn lucky right now. Under these conditions, I will take that. But I would like to cut a bunch of firewood and do that instead. Yeah. So, best way I can put it is it's my own fault for living in California. But I don't know. I paid $6.39 for regular yesterday,
Ooh.
and it's probably more now. Yeah.
Ouch.
Yep.
Son of a bitch.
So I'm driving this little fucking shitbox Hyundai Purgatory Mobile to save gas. And what is that? You need a windmill stove. Yeah. Fuck you. This thing can't be right. You're full of shit, you fucking Chinese bastards.
I can't get over all these liberal bastards voting for Biden. I can't get over how they accept what's going on here. We know what's going on here. Everything is twice as much, no matter what you do. Food, everything. So,
Oh, I'd be happy with twice as much. I mean, that'd be fine. I was just, Sylvia bought some cheap pork butt to make chili verde with, and $2.99 a pound for fucking Boston butt roast.
oh,
So I don't get it, motherfuckers.
hopefully people will feel in their pockets when they vote next time. A lot of people are turning. I have to say this. They just convicted Trump for valuing his property too much, which is bullshit, or too less. And the thing is, the banks do. This is crazy. They got a stupid judge out there. The banks value your property, okay? It's this judge is the stupidest son of a bitch in the world, but he took it over like a dictator. So there you go.
Well, I was just telling Sylvia that, they know it's going to be overturned on appeal, but that'll be next year after the election.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're just pulling this shit to.
But the people get it. So as long as we got voter ID, we're okay. There are so many people pissed off that we're on the wrong side and they're coming over. Trump is a boss. He's a boss. I've never seen any president take so many cuts and keep on fighting. He's taken 1,000 cuts and he's doing it for us. And I've never seen one president in 100 years that went through that.
Oh, well, as long as he follows through and they have payback. I want red meat when he gets in. I want the squealing and wailing from these motherfuckers.
I want to see what do they call it? Disembowel? Yeah, take the bowels out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember where he put them on stakes? Romania. What was the guy's name? He put everyone on stake alive. That's what I want to see. What was his name? Volk? What was his name?
Vlad the Impaler.
Vlad the Impaler. Yes. Vlad the Impaler. That's what we need in America. Stick them on stakes and let them go that way. Yeah. We need Vlad right now. We need Vlad so bad. Actually, that's where vampires came from. Him, yeah.
Yep.
That was a nasty son of a bitch. But I tell you what, no one screwed with him after that. And he lived in the mountains. Yeah. We need Vlad the Impaler. Yes.
Yeah,
for America, Vlad the Impaler. For Trump. I'm going to do, yes, Vlad the Impaler, Trump 2024. Yes. That'll take care of it right there. And that's brutal. I heard that people lived after that for hours and hours. Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah, I just want to see our civil servants, our former civil servants, you know, try a real job for a change.
They're all half brain dead. They have issues. Yeah, they're all half brain dead. So you saw Mitch McConnell, right? And you've seen Biden. They're gone. They're dead. They're gone. There's walking zombies. Term limits, and Vlad the Impaler. All right, there's my law right there. Term limits, Vlad the Impaler for all the rats, the rhinos. Rats and rhinos impale right now. Boom. Stick them on a stake and watch them. Yeah, that was brutal. I wouldn't wish that on anybody, but those people deserve it. All right. All right.
Yep.
Anyway, Pat, we should cut this off. So maybe I can do a live next week. I don't know.
Okay, that'd be good.
If I don't know if I have the hours, okay?
That's okay. I'm almost out of batteries anyway. This is a good time.
And Uncle John is saying this doesn't get banned. Well, hey, we tried everything, so there you go.
Motherfuckers.
Anyway, Pat, I'm glad you came on here. I love your shit, so keep going. I love it.
All right. Then good night, side chat. Sorry, I've been on and off and picking with the phone and stuff, but you know, it's getting awfully thin on the Uncle Jim chats. We need to do like a codpiece chat or something.
Well, we're going to do Halloween, and we're going to do Thanksgiving and Christmas, and hopefully those will be good.
All right.
All right. So, Pat, I want a Halloween out of you. Yes.
Okay.
All right. Everyone in the side chat, we're going to kick her off right now. And I love you guys that stuck around, and we'll see you next week. And hopefully, if we got hours. And stay tuned for Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas. My favorite. All right, side chat. Love you guys. Until next time.